Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. How are you? How's it going? Ah, gosh. I always feel a little bit kind of frazzled post-upload, but especially this last upload, because it was quite the challenge to get it out on time, because we had a hard deadline. We had to get it out on February 2nd, and we just about made it. I mean, God bless Kai. He's the editor of the video, and he was up till like 2 a.m. the previous night, just kind of getting some of the final parts done for that. So yeah, I'm really happy with the video. I've addressed certain, let's just say, elements of it. I'm going to avoid terminology for now, but I have hopefully addressed certain elements of it that I think certain people didn't like. I'm going to keep it kind of vague for now because I kind of don't want to get drawn into the argument again because I feel like it's been settled now. But like on the whole, people seem to really enjoy it. Video's doing really well, so I'm very, very happy. So thank you, and I'm glad you guys seem to enjoy it. Justine, hello. LA Western, hello. And the Ninja Squad. But hello. Gosh, how have you been? How has been your week? So like, yeah, obviously I had a video coming out, so it just became this kind of manic rush to get everything done. And although like I'm working with an editor to assemble the video, I'm still like, you know, assembling my own parts for it, like the animation segments and other parts to it too. So it's not quite so. It's not so much of a case of like I just hand off the sound and it's like off you go. I'm gonna sleep now. Yeah. So we've been both in a kind of a, not as much as obviously Kai had the lion's share of the work, but yeah, that's been basically the week. It's just been this manic rush to get this video done in time. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it yet, it's still there. It's still uploaded. You can still go watch it. But yeah, so I'm really happy with that. And so we're gonna, because I don't know how to relax, we're gonna start rolling into the next one. But it's for a good reason, and I'll get into that as Lockie has raised up those spoofs that make us go oof. I'm sorry, I completely ruined your joke. You had a great joke, and I had to come along and spoil it. It's like my talent. Groundhog Day is about as old as I am. Not sure how to feel about it because it came out in 1993, and so did you. Oh, well, hello. I'm glad you're here. And it was a great video about beavers. Yes, if you were here last week, you heard my struggle at trying to keep the difference between a beaver and a groundhog separate, and it turned out I failed. So yes, please watch my beaver video, as LA Western points out. Please look at my beaver. Hello, 0 to 100 fast. Welcome. So how's your week been? I mean, yes, I've been talking about me and my thing, but how have you been? I'm trying to think. Is there? I mean, outside of like work and Groundhog Day related stuff, it's hard to think if I actually did anything else. Like, been watching like, let's see, Disenchantment and The Office and Rick and Morty season 4 because I hadn't watched that yet. Like I saw like the first 3 or 4 episodes when they came out like mid whenever, but I never caught up with the rest of them. So watched them all now. So that's been a lot of that basically. Quantum physics. 0 to 100 fast. You've been doing quantum physics. So are you going to be reliving the same day over and over again? Mo's getting ready before they have to get their head shaved this week. Oh well, good luck with all that, Mo. I'm aware. Yes, as we were discussing on our Discord hangouts. If you don't know, we do hangouts every week on Discord. But it's for patrons. So if you want to become a patron, you can join in on we do weekly games night and we do weekly hangouts and other. We've got quite a very fucky meme community going on there. But there's also just that's one part of it. But there's a whole broader community that's free to anyone to join. So yeah, go ahead and join us. We'd love to see you there. I've been good, says Ruad. I've been just fruitlessly job hunting and watching WandaVision. Well, good luck with the job hunt. Yeah, it's probably pretty brutal out there. Hello, Living Dead Punker. It's probably pretty brutal out there in terms of where jobs exist, but good luck with it. I know, yeah. This is like I mean, I assuming you're in the UK or the US, it's going to be like a really shit time to try to find a job. Goddamn good luck. Crispy Steve 42. Hello. Welcome. And J Ray Live. Wow, we've got a flurry of followers. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us. Well then, Geeky Man, yes, you made it. You made it to a stream. And Astrius, all right. How's it going, mate? Anyway, so I alluded to Oh, hello, students. Says, finally managed to land a decent editing gigs in lockdown. It took me ages, but finally did. Well done. Well done for finding your editing gigs. Good stuff. I am now I am open to now working with other editors. Usually I edit everything myself, but these last couple I've been working with other editors. So I had Freddie for the redub video, and I had Kai for the Groundhog Day video. So yeah, I am. It's freeing me up to focus on other things. So I have been enjoying working with other editors. So well done. I'm glad you managed to find your own gig. Cool. Grace, my child, my workplace in Bristol is looking for a develops engineer if that fits anyone's skill set. Let's do it. Let's just make this into a little community job hunt swap kind of thing. If you got jobs, apply. Or if you've got jobs available, then let us know. And if you are looking for a job, let us know. Maybe we could do a matchmaking system here for jobs. You want a voice actor? Hire Mo. He does a very good Kermit. So if you need your Kermit, you got Mo. But and if you want electronic music, I would like money to make some of that. Hey, and hello, BB Patat. So I'm sure Mo does more than Kermit. I'm just saying that they do a very good Kermit. But yes, electronic music. I think everyone is a big fan of electronic music. Edspace, link Eddie the Job Seeker. The Job Seeker. It sounds like I feel like I ought to have like a goblin man who just sort of turns up in people's houses. I am looking for jobs, you see. Alternative actor. Hello, welcome. But anyway, I mean, continue to feel free to continue trading jobs in the chat. But I'm gonna keep going with what I was saying, which is so I'm going to be looking to begin sort of the very early phases of what will be the next video. And it's for good reason. So I release videos every month. And sometimes I have, I think twice now missed a month and it's slipped into the next month. And I try to keep December off if I can. Although last December, so I missed November and it slid into December. So neither of those worked out. But in general, I upload once a month. And so I have done one for January, and I've done one now for February. But we're only on the 3rd of February, so I have the whole of February, which admittedly is a short month. But I still have the rest of Feb, and however long I need of March, to work on the next video. So this is like a unique opportunity for me to do something bigger, rather than be sort of beholden to something I can turn around within 2 to 3 weeks. I'm now potentially looking at a couple of months, really 6 to maybe not 8 weeks, but 6 weeks to make a video. So that means I could probably do something really, really big. And one video idea I've been sitting on for a long time, but I've always wanted to do, but it's too big an idea for me to have done it before, is to look at spoof movies. Now, by spoof movies, I mean stuff like Airplane, Naked Gun, Hot Shots, Scary Movie. And they're the kind of a unique brand of the comedy parody movie. And I want to look at what happened to them. Because they've devolved into something else now. It went through the era of epic movie, Meet the Spartans, Not Another Date movie. Yeah, a lot of that kind of stuff. I should really stop combining words that just is going to get them in trouble. Spoofies. No, please never use the word spoofies ever again. That's an awful word. But either way, so I'm looking at spoofs and just kind of the rise and fall and where are they now? What happened to them? and also like kind of more importantly, what defines a spoof? Because like arguably like Shrek is a spoof because it's kind of parodying the Disney princess sort of fairy tale like way of telling stories, but from a different perspective. Holmes and Watson does count, Lockie. There is and I was looking through this list, which I will show you guys as well. There's a Singing in the Rain apparently counts as a parody, as a spoof, because it's parodying the making of movies. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, so thank you, Justine, for the Googled dictionary definition. But spoof and parody often get rolled into one, is my point. But I think sometimes there's something that makes, I would call a spoof movie stand out away from a parody movie. Sometimes a parody movie is just a comedy movie that's just like, subverting just general tropes of a genre. But I don't know, there's something about a spoof that separates it. There's something about Airplane and Naked Gun and Hot Shots that separates them from stuff like Austin Powers, like Shrek, and Austin Powers is a good example of does that count as a spoof, because it's like it's parodying obviously James Bond, but it's like, does it quite fit? That's the thing I need to do. Monty Python, that's another great example. I mean, yeah, there's a whole lot of them, and so that's what I need to do. I need to like drill down as to what defines a spoof. How is the spoof formed? How is Baby formed? How is spoof formed? And then explore, now once I hopefully have drilled it down into its essential ingredients, find movies that fall under that and kind of see what happened to them. And that's my next project. So what I need to do is I need to make a list of movies to watch, and this is going to be hellish towards the end. But I'm going to be making a list of movies, and it's going to be kind of as many movies as I need it to be. But I'm going to make a list of movies that I'm going to have to spend the next several weeks watching. So this is going to be my February. February is spoof month. You've had your dry January. Now you got your spoofy February. Yeah, mockumentary. So somebody's brought out Borat. The same could apply to This Is Spinal Tap as well. Even The Office to an extent, which is essentially a mockumentary. So therefore a spoof of documentaries. But it's whether that's the part. This is the complicated matter. So what I'm doing right now is, Justine, yes, we can watch Young Frankenstein together. How? I don't know. Are you going to just sit by my window? We can figure something out. If it's on Amazon Prime, we can do a watch along, and that's something I might do with these streams. We could do watch alongs with Amazon Prime movies, and there's a lot of spoof movies on Amazon Prime, and I mean the real bad ones. So, what's happening here? Hello, we've got LA Western gifted subs. Hello, thank you very much. Thank you. Where do I get the thank you? There's usually like a little icon where I tap in and say thank you. So thank you. I'll just type it in instead then, shall I? Thank you, LA Western. And Noah Bababooey, hello. So am I counting spoof TV shows? Yes, it depends. So, for example, I am definitely counting Police Squad, which is the one series show they made that preceded Naked Gun with Leslie Nielsen. I'm going to have to pretty much dedicate a section to Leslie Nielsen because he did a lot of movies as a spoof movie genre, but not necessarily all with the Zucker brothers, who directed Airplane and Naked Gun. So he would go on to make like Spy Hard and Dead and Loving It and stuff like that. So there's a lot. Would Little Britain count? That's kind of like I guess you could argue that's a kind of mockumentary told in sketches, but it's not really a spoof. That's just kind of like a comedy, I would say. Police Academy, maybe. I saw somebody mention the What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah, maybe. There's a lot of maybes, so that's why I need to sort of like focus and narrow it down to, because there's a very specific style that separates a spoof from a generic comedy, and that's what I need to specify. So I mean, Blazing Saddles. So Mel Brooks, a lot of Mel Brooks would fall under spoof. Carry-ons would also fall under spoof. I saw somebody mention carry-ons, so I will need to watch a couple of carry-ons. I would think so. There's a line. That's the line between parody and spoof. Then what? I'm not sure which one you part, but yeah, there's something that separates the two. And what I think it is surrealism. I think if you take a comedy film but add surrealism to it, that becomes a spoof. By which the way the laws of the work fluctuate, whether there could be, sign gags, background gags, meta gags, things that play with perspective or expectations and stuff like that. There's something that at no point the character goes, huh? That was weird. If people just accept the surreal as the norm, that makes it a spoof, kind of. I think that's what the difference is, but that's part of my challenge. I need to narrow down and specify. So Cabin in the Woods is an excellent example of where does that fall, because it's kind of, and say Scream as well. These are both movies about horror movies, but are also horror movies. It's where does that fall? So yeah. So this is going to be a big, as you guys are already probably sort of starting to figure out, this is a big deal. So Zucker directed some of the Scary Movie films. You're quite right. Zucker, the Zucker brothers also did a lot of non-spoof movies. There's a Rat Race, which I seem to remember being all right up until the Smash Mouth concert. So there's that. Eddie, what you doing? Hey. Hey, VH Productions, we're looking at spoofs. So in this case, a parody would be a movie that's inspired by a source. A spoof is a higher form of parody that reaches to the extremes. Yes. Yeah, so the thing is about with a spoof is that it can either be beholden to its source material. So it's either the Hangover games or the Starving games or the Breaking Wind instead of Breaking Dawn. These are very beholden to their source material. They are very specifically Hunger Games or Twilight or Star Wars or Spaceballs as well. That's they're beholden to their source material, right? To an extent, even the Monty Pythons do that because they're beholden to whether it's the Holy Grail or the Jesus story, right? So that's one kind of spoof where they take the source material and then they spoof it. Even Airplane falls under that because it's a parody of a movie called 0 Hour, which I might have to add to my list just so I actually can compare it. But Airplane and Monty Python managed to do elevate it kind of beyond its source material to be enjoyed in its own right without needing the source material, or at least maybe the source material is broadened to a point that you don't need to know it to appreciate it. You can just enjoy it for its own merits. But then there's the other kind of parody, which is more based on the genre, right? So Naked Gun isn't specifically based on any one movie. It kind of plays on the spy action, but also the gumshoe detective. Ismella Scam, hello. Also Political Teddy Bear, hello to you too. They are they're more broader parodying of the genre, and I don't think spoof needs to be specifically one or the other. It can be either, but it makes me wonder, the ones that are more beholden to their source material tend to be the weaker ones, the ones that date faster, the ones that tend to be hello Fenris Fang 1, hello, the ones that tend to be for want of a better word, cringier, right? They're the ones that have shit Serial Sneaky, hello. They're the ones that have shit I mean, I did this as part of a content where, like, a Hunger Games parody and somebody shoots an arrow and it's like, where did it go? And then it cuts to fucking Gangnam Style man getting hit by the arrow. And it's like, there's no correlation there. You just thrown in a reference for no reason. That doesn't make that doesn't make any sense. So yeah, but I'm good. Yeah, Rhino Mercical. Yeah, I hate those films. Yeah, I hate them too. But guess fucking what? I'm gonna have to watch them. And they are on Amazon Prime. All those really bad ones, they're on Amazon Prime. They might have some merits. They could have merits. They could have moments. But I'm gonna have to watch them. God damn. But I'm gonna the ones that are on Amazon Prime, I'll arrange watch-alongs so we can experience that together. I think that could be funny. Is Clue a spoof movie? Excellent question. Yes. It's a kind of spoof on. Well, it's a spoof of a board game, really, isn't it? It's telling the story of the board game as a parody. But like it does generally kind of like subvert or it's a kind of parody of like I don't know if it's a spoof, but it's certainly a parody of the murder mystery. They're all locked in the same house. It could be anyone, like Miss Marple, Agatha Christie type stuff, right? That seems to be what it's parodying, especially since they intentionally even don't truly know the answers themselves because they gave the film like 3 or 4 different endings. Which is wild. I love Clue. Clue's one of my favorite movies. So and if you don't know this, so Clue is a movie based on the board game Clue / Cluedo. It stars Tim Curry and Christopher Lloyd, and just a great ensemble cast. And it's a murder mystery. It could be any one of them, but the movie has different endings depending which cinema you saw it in, right? So in one ending, it will be this character. In one ending, it will be the different character. So the idea being that when people meet up, they'll be like, wait, who did it in your movie? Wait, no, this other character did it in my movie. So you'd like go and see it again to see what ending you got and stuff like that. And then the video / DVD release just put all the endings on there, including, I think, one bonus ending. So, God. Okion, is Cyberpunk 2077 a spoof since it originated from a D&D type game? I don't think so. I think that's more like it's just a genre bend of something else, right? I don't think that counts, because especially since they're not really leaning into the comedy of it, right? But yeah, I love it too. That is on Prime, so we should watch it together just for fun. Yeah, we could just do that. We could just watch it for fun. Anyway, so let me grab my listeroo here. So I've just assembled so far a small list. This is like 12, 15 movies. And so The Little Train Robbery is arguably the first parody movie. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to make a list of movies that build up to Airplane. Airplane to me is the penultimate spoof. No, not penultimate. Ultimate spoof. That I think defines spoof, right? So I'm building up the movies that build up to Airplane. So I can see like where the influences and the inspirations may have drawn from to really land on that, right? So I'm not sure these are spoofs. No, they're not. These are more broadly parodies, right? But what I'm seeing is like what built up to the spoof, right? I'm like looking at the history of the parody movie and like where they all start to build up to spoof. Because the thing is, like, if we're going purely on definition, spoof and parody are one of the same. You could call Airplane a spoof movie. You could call Airplane a parody movie. And the same applies to all these movies. People would call, you can just call these movies either a parody or a spoof. But what I'm trying to say is that I think a spoof. I'm building up to what a spoof builds, and see what builds up to the spoof. It's how we made Rick. So anyway, I am I've completely lost train of thought. So to me, to many people, spoof and parody is interchangeable. But what I'm trying to see is that can I define a spoof to be separate to parody and in turn comedy and that kind of thing. So aren't all carry-ons spoofs? To an extent. Sometimes, like Carry On Camping, for example, I don't think it's a spoof. Because it's not really all parody, because it doesn't seem to be parodying something. It's just they go camping and there are jokes surrounding the theme of camping, right? Whereas something like Carry On Screaming or Carry On Spying or Carry On Cleo, which are ones I highlighted here, seem to be more specifically parodying some source material, right? So Cleopatra, Spying, James Bond, and Screaming, like generic horror, like Hammer horror type stuff, right? So that's why I'm sort of like trying to separate some of the differences there. Heidi High, Alison, no, we're not watching Heidi High. And Heidi High to you too. There's a lot of talk about spoofs, asks Englisher Buff. There's a lot of talks about spoofs, but what about boof? So we start with The Little Train Robbery. This is arguably the very first parody movie because Proud Looney, hello, because there was a movie called The Great Train Robbery, and the same director made a parody movie of his own movie starring children. So he remade his own movie starring children. It's 11 minutes long, starring children, and just remade his own movie with kids. And like, okay. I remember Hong Kong had a few of those spoofs in like anniversary movies. If you like, I could try and search those up. Sure, yeah, sure. If you got some great examples of like, yeah, I'll be also interested to see like a lot of these are obviously going to be naturally English American. So I'd be very interested if you've got examples of like spoofs in other countries. It may not necessarily translate to me, but like if you've got examples, like I know like a Kung Fu Hustle, for example, cropped up as an example. I said example twice now. Hello, the Singular Harry. Because that's I'm not even entirely sure what that's parodying, but I know that's definitely cited as a parody movie. Spoof games. I know a series of spoof games, Spoof OS. Maybe I am interested in broadening spoof beyond specifically movies and TV as well. Because God damn it, I may have to look at some porn parodies. It's for research purposes, you guys. I may have to look at porn. I'm sorry, but if it's parodying, if it's spoofing something, it's legitimate. It's for research. So I might have to. It counts, right? Get that Brazzers sponsorship. Stream those, Eddie. No, Okian. No. So yeah. So I may have to review. Basically, I need to narrow down what is the most famous porn parody and go from there. So seemingly the porn parody seems to be popular, although it started to crop up around like the 60s, 70s. You know, basically when the world got horny. There was a movie series called Flesh Gordon that started in the 60s, but the porn parody really seemed to take off in the 90s, which is where, you know, the blockbuster megastores would crop up, right? And people would rent VHS tapes of porn parodies, and that's where I remember seeing them when I was a kid. I'd be walking around and seeing like these blatant parodies of porn, you know, these porn parodies of these blatant parodies of movies in porn format. So, porn parody will come up. Maybe song parody. So, like, you know, Weird Al type stuff. Stephen Lynch, Richard Cheese, that kind of stuff. Then there's, you know, there's web animation. Like, obviously, it's incredibly prolific in web animation. You know, Newgrounds is full of parodies. So, yeah. This is see what I mean? This is a big topic. This is why I've been putting it off. So, anyway, so from the Little Train Robbery. So then we're into like the kind of the black and white 30s and 40s like era where silent movie comedians, stroke talkies, would make their own parody movies. They would just do comedy movies and then they'll start doing parodies. So we've got Buster Keaton, Free and Easy, Lauren Hardy, Sons of the Desert, Three Stooges, You Nazi Spy, which is a real stretch, you guys. But I'm highlighting those as kind of subsequent examples. I don't think I'm going to watch them all. What I am going to focus on is The Great Dictator, which is probably one of the most, like, highly recognized early examples of a parody. Charlie Chaplin parodying Adolf Hitler. Which is quite interesting because I skimmed through the Wikipedia and, you know, take Wikipedia with a grain of salt because it's not necessarily the most reliable. You know, you check the sources. Just always check the sources because I've experienced where the source has been wrong. The Charlie Chaplin apparently just they made he made the movie in 1940, but like didn't know about the Holocaust and was like, oh man, had I fucking known, I would not have made that movie. So, but you know, it still lives on. And the speech, the monologue at the end is very, very famous. So that's something I will probably have to rewatch. Abbott and Costello did several Meat movies. They met a lot of the Universal horror monsters. So Frankenstein is one. There's The Mummy, Invisible Man. I think they just did one where they straight up met Boris Karloff. So I might pick one. I'm dumping a list of movies as like a short list here. But then I'm probably going to shorten them again. So I don't know if necessarily Abbott and Costello will make the cut. But like I'm just like listing it here because it could make a good example. I basically want to try and like keep the list that builds up to Airplane pretty small. So that I can get to Airplane. Because the real challenge is from Airplane afterwards. That's the meat of the video, right? So then... in the 50s, there's a lot of the Abbott and Costello stuff, but like also like Sunset Boulevard and Singing in the Rain are cited as parodies because they parody movie making. And I'm like, does that count? I got question marks next to them because like I don't know if that counts. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Justine might despair at me. I don't know how big of a fan you are of Singing of the Rain, but like I've never watched it. I've never seen it. Maybe this is an opportunity to see it and see for myself. Like, oh, maybe this does fulfill the... oh, you've never seen it. Well, there we go. Maybe that's one to watch together then. I know bits from it. Obviously, the song and, like, Moses supposes his toes are roses. But Afternoon, Black Ice. But I don't know if that counts as, like... can you make all of Casablanca in The Simpsons or something? Wait, isn't that you can make... Wait, are you just talking about, like, appearances of, like, The Simpsons where they do parodies? Like, yeah, I don't know how much I want to lean into specific TV episodes. Like, yes, like, The Simpsons did a parody where they had Mary Poppins or Sherry Poppins and stuff like that. So that would count as a parody. But I don't know if I'm necessarily going to dive that deep. I'm really trying to steer it to be spoof, but I need to define a spoof. Then we got some of the carry-on. So we've got Cleo spying and screaming. In between, we've got Dr. Strangelove, which is always cited as being as one of the early famous comedies. I have seen it before. I don't laugh at it. I don't quite follow the acclaim it gets. I mean, yeah, can't fight in here. This is a war room. It's a great line and all. But I'm like, does that really count as... It just seems to be more just like a... I don't know, maybe it's slightly more absurd than comedy. I'm not sure about that one, to be honest. The Great Race. Oh, I need to remind myself what The Great Race was. So, this is the IMDb that I've been reviewing. So, The Great Race was... okay, so it's the Technicolor movie. I seem to remember this being... Picking this out for a particular reason. Dodge 26, hello. I can't remember why I picked out The Great Race. Maybe because it was for Lemon and Curtis. Sort of ahead of the Some Like It Hot kind of thing, or maybe after Some Like It Hot because it's in color. I'm not sure why I included Great Race. Maybe I'll drop that because I'm not entirely sure why I put that in there. These are ones that may not necessarily make the cut. Owlman Flint and Casino Royale, they're James Bond parodies, and combined with Carry On Spine, basically the 60s had a lot of James Bond parodies. Bond was a big deal. And so everyone made their own parodies. World and Their Wife made parodies. So I don't know whether I'm going to watch both of these, but I've just listed them here for now. The producers. So now we're into Mel Brooks, and we're heading into the 70s. So Mel Brooks, yes, one of the earlier pioneers of it started to bring absurdism to the parody, and so that I think truly this is where the spoof starts to take shape, but it's not quite perfectly there yet. But I think it's where it starts. I think Mel Brooks is the father of spoof, I would say, or the grandfather of spoof, should I say? The Dove, I don't know whether I'll stick to. The Dove is apparently a short film that won an Oscar. It's an Oscar-nominated movie, but it parodies a specific director, and I don't know whether to include it. But I thought I might look into it just because it's Oscar-nominated. Maybe it might be. Would Really Big Cat count? Asks Thomas Fan. Yes, Really Big Cat was my attempt at making a spoof. So I'm not gonna count it in terms of like. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna suck my own dick here and be like, and I made a spoof too because I'm brilliant. No, I'm not gonna make this about. Well, it is my video, so I could just make it all about me. But I'm more. I certainly it will certainly definitely get mentioned, but I'm not gonna fixate on like what I did right about Really Big Cat the movie. Side note, everyone, please watch Really Big Cat the movie. It's my favorite video I have ever made. So anyway, I don't know whether the Dove counts, but they've got Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein. So now I'm up to into the 70s. You can see it's quite a healthy list here, and so I want to try and narrow down some. So like Rocky Horror Picture Show is coming up as a parody, and again, I don't know if that counts. Alison says it does. My wife says it does, but I don't know if necessarily it counts as like a parody spoof, to influence spoof in any shape. But I am going to grab Monty. In fact, so Monty Python and Holy Grail, absolutely. Let's just add that to the list. Boop. And then listen to the wife. Why isn't Rocky Horror Show a spoof of the Rocky boxing movies? Oh. That spoof I was talking about is Future Cops by Wong Ying, right? Okay, Future Cops. Ooh, that's a very exciting looking poster. 1993 is loosely based on Street Fighter. Okay, I think I'm in. It's a Street Fighter parody? Okay. I mean, there was a Jackie Chan movie that he incorporates. Oh, it stars Jackie Chan. Oh, there we go then. Wait, no, this isn't the same one though. Jackie Chan did a movie. No. There we go. I misread the whole page. So, City Hunter. City Hunter is where Jackie Chan dressed up as. I think he hits his head on a Street Fighter machine and he turns into a couple of characters for a while. So one of them is like Chun-Li and stuff. So he does that. So he does parody video games. But like this one, seems to be an all-out Street Fighter parody, right? Is it official? I'm guessing not. It's loosely based. So yeah, this is interesting. This is a real interesting curveball. I will bear that in mind. Okay, Jan. Thank you for highlighting that one. So anyway, wait, what did we establish what Rocky Horror? So it parodies B movies and okay, so it parodies B movies and sci-fi. Okay. I'll mark that as a maybe, I guess. Anyway, so I guess that is next. So Rocky Horror. So, like, really what I'm going with are movies that I've at least heard of. Because there's a lot of movies here and I cannot watch them all. Like, Love and Death and Upon a Girl. Okay, maybe not a Woody Allen movie. No to Woody Allen. Once Upon a Girl is a live-action, animated, fantasy comedy porn. See? The 60s and the 70s, they were horny. No, Rocky Horror, wrong one. Once Upon a Girl. Fucking hell, what a name! What a name! It was done by a group of animators who worked for Walt Disney and Hanna-Barbera. A lewd old lady claiming to be Mother Goose has been put on trial for obscenity due to telling the true versions of fairy tales. Her evidence is presented as a collection of pornographic animated shorts of Jack and the Beanstalk, Cinderella, and Little Red Riding Hood. Oh no. No. Oh god, why is this listed? Is this like I mean, Frank Welker, what are you doing in here? No! Frank Welker, no! Frank Welker made a porn? Frank Welker! The voice of Fred in Scooby-Doo did porn! Oh no! Who's Hal Smith? Oh, okay. From the Andy Griffith Show. And voiced Owl with the original Winnie the Pooh. Oh no! Yeah, so I don't know about this one. I think porn ought to be its own sort of separate section, but like, there's a few cases in Japanese anime voice actors as well. Yeah. No. No. Anyway, moving on. But I love the name. Once Upon a Girl. It's a great fucking name. I can't fault the name. It's a great name. We are watching it though. Alison. Eddie, for the amount of terrible things you say in Pooh voice, you should be so upset. So the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes' Smarter Brother. So Gene Wilder. Justine, I don't know if you've heard of Gene Wilder. But like, yeah, so I feel like he's probably gonna crop up a couple occasions, but I don't know. Is this one like? I haven't heard of this one at all, so I don't know if it necessarily. I don't know if I necessarily want to bundle this in. Like, G. Wilder obviously made a lot of comedies, but not necessarily a lot of parodies. Marty Feldman did, but I don't know necessarily a lot of parodies. So, Blackbird. Ooh, that was a nasty belch. Yeah, I don't know anything about Blackbird. Silent Movie. So another Mel Brooks. There's Marty Feldman again. I think I'm gonna limit. I think like any like so like Mel Brooks is obviously incredibly prolific, but I'm probably just gonna focus on 3 standout Mel Brooks movies. Same with the Carry-Ons. I'm only gonna sort of pick 3 of them because I can't watch the entire back catalog of one director. If I'm trying to focus on such a broader subject. The 41, yes. Lockie, the 41 virgin who knocked up Sarah Marshall, felt super bad about it. That's on this list. That might have to go in. Because, oh God, I hate myself. So, Murder by Death. Sure. Queen Kong. Now, this is a British parody. It was never released in the UK due to legal action. Let's have a look at this one then. So, it's a Queen Kong... I did see this before. It had a tagline that I remember finding funny. I think it was something like, "Oh, she's at it again." You know, it's like, "Oh, you know those women's." Where is it? I did see this before. Oh, there we go. There it is. She's in one of her moods again. Because like, sure, why not, man? You just gotta take every dig you can at women in. Oh, God damn it. All right, anyway, so it was never released in the UK due to legal action by the producer of the remake and the copyright holder at the time. Has a cult following in Japan. That's interesting. Hello, Juicy Plum. In 1998, a troupe of Japanese comedians produced their own Japanese dialogue for the film in a similar spirit to this mysterious person who I won't name. This new version was released in DVD and was novelized such and such. So that's interesting. So a group of Japanese comedians made their own dub. That's fascinating. Do you know about this, okay, Jan? Yeah, okay. I don't know whether to include this one though, but it's interesting. Usually with I did not know that, and I'm going to live in Japan for a bit. Well, you can enjoy Queen Kong while you're there. So what's interesting about parody movies that usually they get around a lot because they call it a parody, and there's like copyright laws to say like, oh yeah, you can do what you like because it's clearly a parody of the source material. You're not claiming to be the source material. But this is obviously an instance that maybe it happened before that law kicked in, right? This is one of the victims that, like, unfortunately, despite it being a parody, it fell before that law. Maybe that might be worth looking at then, just because it has a bit more of an interesting backstory. Maybe. Okay, fuck it. All right, did I already put Rocky Horror in? I did put Rocky Horror in. All right. Once Upon a Girl is in. I don't want to watch Once Upon... Whoops. I don't want to watch Once Upon a... God damn it. Copy and then paste. I don't want to watch Once Upon a Girl, but I might have to. It's for research. It's for research, you guys. Queen Kong. There, Queen Kong's in. But I really don't want to, like, front load myself with too much work, because Airplane's down here. So I don't want to, like, block it up with too many other films. What's happening in the chat? Sorry, I've not been paying much attention to you. Transmorphers is a modern classic. Yeah, that's a bootleg movie. Japan actually has a genre of manga focusing solely on spoofing other manga, and they sell. That's fun. Yeah, I think even like my favorite anime, Nichijou, is essentially a parody of manga. So what's funny is that some of the Clancy Brown and Connor actor did. David Case didn't want them. Oh, is this about Highlander? You guys are talking about Highlander, so okay. The Big Bus is an American disaster comedy movie. It's a spoof. It distinctly says spoof in here. I hadn't seen that before, but it's a spoof of the disaster movie genre. So it's a disaster movie, but set on a bus. That's interesting. That's Queen Kong again. She's in one of her moods. I hate that so much. So it's a spoof of the disaster movie. So why is spoof? It's satire. Is spoof satire? Spoof really the same as that's going to be another thing I'm going to have to differentiate. So like the Great Dictator. No, is that what it's called? Yeah, The Great Dictator. That is probably arguably a satire because it's satirizing. I think if you're parodying a real life thing, then it's a satire. Or if you're making a commentary using comedy, then it's a satire. So is this a satire of disaster movies? I don't think so. It follows the maiden cross-country trip of an enormous nuclear-powered bus named the Cyclops. It was a box office disappointment, but it's been recognized as a cult classic. Okay. All right. This is genuinely one of the first instances I've seen where a movie is described as a spoof. So maybe this is worthy of inclusion. The Big Bus. Oh, I didn't mean to open my window tab. The Big Bus. Big Bus. Come on. Come with me. You're going in here. This is already too many movies, man. I need to cut it down, but okay, we just got a conversation going on about Highlander, I think. Don't know if it counts, but there's a 3-hour live-action wooden train stoner comedy on YouTube called The Magical Railway Parody. No, I'm not watching a 3-hour toy train parody. God damn, no. Disaster movie on a bus. Yeah, okay. Right, so Big Bus. Big Bus is in high anxiety. It's a satirical comedy. Mel Brooks. So it's another Mel Brooks. It's his first film as producer and speaking lead role. Oh, okay. So it's an ensemble movie. Yeah, again, I'm probably going to limit the Mel Brooks stuff. Because the Mel Brooks ones I have so far are producers, Blazing Saddles, and Young Frankenstein. But I definitely want to get Spaceballs in there, so I might drop one of those in favor of Spaceballs. I will see. Eddie hates trains, confirmed. Does the 2019 Banana Splits movie count since it's a spoof? Not really. It's not. I don't think the Banana Splits movie counts because, yes, it's based on the 1970s kids show. And they've done a horror version of it, but I don't think it's parodying the series. It's more like it's more like a reboot, I guess. It's like a reinterpretation. It's like, who gives a fuck about who really cares about the Banana Splits when you can just buy the rights and make a horror, like a Five Nights at Freddy horror out of it. To me, it seems to be more an attempt to cash in on Five Nights at Freddy with a defunct IP. Eddie, I vote to veto removing any Gene Wilder for Spaceballs. I don't like Spaceballs. Yeah, I have mixed opinions on Spaceballs, but it is still one of the most prolific examples of a Mel Brooks spoof. So, look, Justine, fight for your corner. If you know of a better Gene Wilder movie that would fall under parody and spoof more comfortably, then I will consider it. The Kentucky Fried movie is the first Abrams Zucker movie, so it seems necessary. Okay. So I hadn't gotten to it yet, but like, okay. And I would have overlooked it because they are not credited in this little bitty here. So I mean, I would have probably definitely like at least gone to like the Zucker back catalogue and probably have backtracked to find this, but okay. John Landis, no. No, I don't want John Landis. Right. Well, it was written by them. It's responsible for being recommended to direct the National Lampoon. So National Lampoons is an interesting premise. As in, does the National Lampoon series come under spoof or parody? Let's see. I didn't watch Spaceballs because I'm not into Star Wars, so I don't think I would like it. Yeah, I've only ever seen each Star Wars movie once, so I didn't care. But like, I don't think that necessarily means you can't enjoy Spaceballs, beyond the references and stuff. But I think even then, I'm still just kind of like on it. So Batman spoofed himself in a short story in the 70s that showed Bruce Wayne as an idiot. Where they showed what Bruce would do if other things scared him before the Bat did. Oh, okay. So was this in the comics then? Is a Mela scam. That's a funny idea. So okay, does this count? It's got quite the cast. But what even is it about? Like, I'm seeing a lot about who's in it. It's largely unconnected sketches. But it longest segment spoofs of Kung Fu. Okay, parody. It does a lot of parodying of stuff. So okay, it's just told in sketches then, which I guess really is like one of the precursors to like. Oh wait, I don't know why I'm in here. One of the precursors of like the like even the Pythons did that as well, right? They told a plot but through sketches. And really, arguably, Airplane does the same thing, where they would do scene to scene, but like in each scene, they would like turn it into a sketch of some kind. Kentucky Fried Movie. Then American Raspberry is a parody movie that lampoons very. So lampoon is another term that comes up. So that's why I'm thinking if I ought to look at National Lampoon. The lampoons various films of the 70s. Much like Groove Tube, Tunnel Vision, and Kentucky Fried Woman, and Amazon Women on the Moon. It was filmed for Warner Brothers on a budget of $30,000, but was rejected as being unreleasable. Gosh, what on earth happened to this? Is Pixels a spoof? No, Pixels isn't a spoof. It includes characters for sure, but let's have a look at this. So, Orville. Is Orville a spoof of Star Trek? Yeah, it is. It's a comedic take on. It's a comedic parody of. Well, it's a parody at least, but I don't know if it's a full blown spoof. That Lampoons. It was rejected. So it was filmed for Warner Brothers with a budget of $30,000. A copyright to the Warners can be seen in the title card, but was rejected due to be as being unreleasable. Canon Pictures later added the distributor during a brief showing in theaters. So it was shown, but okay, so it was shown, but very briefly it seems. So this seems to be like a very buried movie. I don't know whether there's much. A commercial with Adolf Hitler's voice on tape with a very anti-Semitic ending. No thanks. I don't want that. I'm going to have to support the removal of one Gene Wilder spoof for Spaceballs. I would argue that Spaceballs is more prominent than the producers in terms of visibility as a spoofy. So the producers. So I am keen to include the producers just because of the history of the movie, from going from being a movie to a musical to a movie about the musical. No. Yes. No. It's a movie that became a musical and then became a musical movie, right? So I feel like there's a bit more history behind the producers. But yeah, I would say that Spaceballs is more prominent. Does no one like Spaceballs then? I'm seeing it almost a unanimous like, but Spaceballs bit shit. And like, I kind of thought that was just me, but like, Space Quest. Spoof of Star Trek. Yes, not spoof, but parody. But certainly consideration. So Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I do want to include this. Oh wait, I missed Hardware Wars. It's a short film teaser trailer for a science fiction film. Okay, so it's 18 months after Star Wars, contained mainly of inside jokes and visual puns that depended heavily on the audience's awareness of the original. This is kind of my... So is this like the first... God. Look at that. Okay. God. Alright. It was made for $8,000 and made $1 million? That's still too much. It's a 13-minute movie released 18 months after Star Wars that mainly consisted of inside jokes. This, I think, is what the recent spoof movies do too much. Inside jokes. And that's my hang-up with them. It's like, if you're making a movie full of inside jokes, then who are you? You're alienating people, I think. Or at least ways, I can only watch this thinking, you are trying to pander to me by serving me stuff that be like, oh, do you remember that? You know that thing? You know that thing, Fail Network, YouTube? You know that thing? You're going to like this thing because you know that thing. You know, and it kind of, I just feel like, no, fuck off. Just tell me something good. Tell me something funny. Do something original with it. So, but it's dependent on the audience's familiarity with the original. So, I mean, it's 13 minutes. It wouldn't hurt to, like, chuck that in, would it? I don't want to watch... There's so much of this. I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to, but I'm making myself for some fuck reason. So your only opinions of the fan base, even then a smaller portion of the fan base who would give you their time of day. Exactly, right? It's like a slice of a slice. It's niche. It's a niche. It's a niche appeal of an already niche appeal. So it's just very, very niche. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Yes, I want to watch this because I watched the cartoon show. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I'm not mad, I'm just angry. So I watched that, and I'd love to know where it came from. It's a 1978 American parody movie. It's a spoof of B movies, made on a budget of less than $100K. It went on to lead 3 sequels. Okay. Right, so it is a parody. I'm seeing highlighted already The Birds and Jaws. So it does seem to... Oh, and Hitler. What the fuck is it with these parodies and Hitler? Leave the man alone. He's dead. No, I did not just defend Adolf Hitler. I didn't do that. You didn't. There's no proof of that. Is that not a cult following? A niche within a niche? You're right. That is what cult following, I guess, means, right? If you're a very niche. So anyway, where's the cartoon series? Yeah, there it is. There's the cartoon show I watched. I liked it. Maybe it was shit, but I seem to remember liking it in the 90s. Who was in it? Kathy Saucy, Neil Ross, Maurice LaMarche. Okay. Yeah. Cam Clark. All right. We got a decent cast. But yeah. Okay. It was a weird choice for a cartoon show. The cartoon. This is going to be a topic to explore one day. Like cartoon shows adapted from movies that were not made for kids. I'm very fascinated by it. It's like, what? Because there's like there's a kids show based on RoboCop, and there's a kids show based on this, and it's like, this isn't kid stuff. I like them. They do something for fun, if that makes any sense. It's like Eddie said, you recognize this? I'm bored. Yeah. This is a little question. Do people enjoy parodies of spoofs of their favorite movies? Direct parodies. It is an interesting choice. Hello, Pro Blues. Hello. That is a interesting question. Parodying your own, if it's a parody of your favorite thing. I don't know. I guess I'm yet to see enough of them to really call one out as being. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of James Bond. I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars. So the parodies of them, I'm not bothered by them because they're like, oh, they've ruined my thing. But like, I don't know. I like Batman and I like Lego Batman. So like, I guess it depends. I don't think it's necessarily like it sullies the original in any way, but like, yeah, I'm yet to really see one. I guess as well, it's what angle it takes, right? So like, you're obviously defending like Willy Wonka, for example. Like, if they made a parody of Willy Wonka, and there's been a lot, obviously. But if they made specifically a movie that was a parody of Willy Wonka, then it'd be like, what angle are they going to take with it? Because if it's like a bad faith or insidious version, like it's got like Willy Wonka's a pedophile now and he's just trying to lure kids into his factory, or if the children are actually adults but they're like all stoners or they fart, and it depends what like, Justine, I'm sorry. But like, it depends. Like, if that's like the bad faith, like nastier, insidious angle they take with it, then I would be like, no, don't do that. That's shit. But like, if you're more like highlighting genuine, hi Tommy Specs. If you're highlighting genuine, like maybe plot holes or stuff like that, and you're holding them up, you could appreciate that as more like, I know what they're referring to there. I don't know. It's very, very tricky. I guess because there's just not enough good examples to say. I don't know. Maybe I'll find out. Maybe I will find out. So anyway, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I think it's in. Did I already put it in? I did. The Cheap Detective. That Carry On. Piranha. It's a horror comedy directed by Joe Dante. Okay. Okay, so I guess it's just kind of a Jawsy parody, but Life of Brian, of course. Life of Brian is definitely going in. True Mangoes, hello. So anyway, why is the detective cheap? I assume it's just like I guess it's like he's a really crap detective. Peter Falk. Peter Falk as a parody of Humphrey Bogart. So it's a Bogart parody of Casablanca and the Maltese Falcon. See, there's a bumbling set. Peter Falk. I'd love to see Peter Falk as a bumbling San Francisco private detective. He's a very endearing man, so I'd love to see that, but I don't know if I'm going to necessarily bother. It finished third after Jaws 2. Somehow this did worse than Jaws 2. If you love the Maltese Falcon and recite all the best lines for Casablanca, you'll hate The Cheap Detective, which is basically the year's classiest and most expensive ripoff. Ooh. Harsh words. But anyway, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to count that one. But anyway, so Galaxina. It's a low-budget American fantasy comedy. Stars Playboy Playmate of the Year, Dorothy Stratton, who was murdered by her husband shortly after the film's release. Oh, no. That was a roller coaster of emotions. Oh, no. Oh no! The fuck? Oh, a fun tidbit there. Yes, One Sharp. Okay. God, I don't know how to feel about that. It pays homages to Star Trek, Star Wars, Alien, pokes fun at the Western genre. It won awards. Okay, so it is pretty respected. Oh man. The film was supposed to be shot in 20 days. Due to unforeseen weather, some sets could not, and they lost a few days to filming. As a result, the producers demanded scenes be cut to keep the shoot on schedule. Because those scenes are missing from the film, the director calls the final cut too slow-paced and would have edited to be faster had he been able to include the scenes that were never filmed. Okay. How long's the film then? It's 90 minutes long, so it's still a full-length film. But yeah, that fucking sucks. Dorothy Stratton. So sorry. God fucking damn. But let's see. So it won audience awards at film festivals, but I don't know if it necessarily counts as something like to count as a legacy. Sure, that's a word now. A legacy spoof. Holy Moses, a biblical spoof. Huh. Okay, so a year after Life of Brian, there was another Bible spoof with Dudley Moore. Okay, he's got a decent cast. You know, we've got Tom DeLuise, we've got Richard Pryor. Harvey and Zoe are two tourists traveling through Israel who discover an ancient scroll describing the life of Herschel, the man who was almost Moses. So it's Life of Brian, but it's Life of Herschel. Receives the command from God to free his people from Egyptian slavery, but Moses keeps blundering by and taking all the credit. Several other biblical stories are parodied. So okay, it's a flop. Budget 12 million, gross 14. Poor reviews. It's one of the things that makes Saturday Night Live funny. That it's on television, so we're supposed to slightly scandalize its relevance. Its take on sex, religion, politics, subjects that are out of bounds. So cloaks itself in a fashionable darling. We laugh at the stuff, but not so much as it's funny as it's on TV at all. Okay. Ooh. This is interesting. Holy Moses is 14% of Rotten Tomatoes. And it seems no one likes it. Okay. Let's see. I'm scrolling back up through the chat. Okay, so I think people are still talking about Moses and Jesus and stuff. Okay, so yeah, okay. On the final day of shooting, Richard Pryor, who was signed on to do a one-day shoot as the Pharaoh, didn't show up. With production at a complete standstill, frantic calls were made. There was even some talk of replacing him. Several hours later, Pryor finally arrived, but he refused to play the scene as written with a trained lion by his throne. Okay. So he turned up late and refused the lion. Between scenes, Dudley Moore entertained the cast with improvised piano interludes. How much piano did he have to play before Richard Pryor turned up? The lion's really fucking pissed off by this point. Okay. Holy Moses. Now. It's directed by Patrick Williams. Patrick H. Not related. The best Christian parody is when Beyblade anime said Moses used the Beyblade to split the sea. Let it rip. Oh boy, do I want to include Holy Moses? Maybe I do. I'm gonna chuck it in. Oh, hang on, I need to close off that parentheses because it's so close together to Life of Brian. It's very fascinating. So okay, I'm gonna close these tabs now. So bye. So she's in one of her moods. I still have that open. It's the tab before the stream tab, and I don't want to like suddenly like have a stream of the stream of the stream appear. So All right, so we're into Airplane. So, au natural, Airplane is in. Oh god, that's a lot of movies before we hit Airplane. So I'm definitely gonna have to trim that down, I think, because we're still in the 80s. We've only hit the 80s. There's like a lot of shit to get through, my dudes. All right, so I might have to now we've gotten through the history, I think now we've gotten through the stuff preceding Airplane. I'm now quite interested in like maybe trying to narrow this down to films I've at least heard of, like through the grapevine. And how long is this list? Long. It's a long list. Movies I've heard through the grapevine, so therefore are ones that have sort of stayed the test of time, and therefore would be probably worth revisiting. Like Caddyshack is one I heard of. So there's Closet Cases of the Nerd Kind. A lot of these are just funny for the name, and then they're like, oh fuck, I guess we got to make a movie about it too. So, yeah, this is one me and Alison saw yesterday. Zorro, the Gay Blade. Gay Blade, Gay Blade, let it rip! It's got, it's a cheeky, tongue-in-cheek, no, not cheeky, tongue-in-cheeky, sequel to Mask of Zorro. It's about, the dual role of Don Diego de la Vega, Zorro, and his gay twin brother, Bunny Wigglesworth, Ramon de la Vega. So, and hello, headache is cool. Thank you. So that's a thing that exists. I don't think I want to watch Gay Blade. It's funny though, Gay Blades. That's funny though. Just for Gay Blade. Like I have no interest in this movie other than Gay Blade. But Frank Welker, no! Frank Welker, what are you doing here? All right, so for fun, I don't know if I want to watch Gay Blade. I never heard of this movie before this page. I mean, it might be worth considering for representation of like sexuality in films, because as I said, these films got very horny. Even Airplane is horny, so it just has like wiggly boobies at one point. So so sexuality is a factor in these spoofs. So I don't know if I want Gay Blade in there. The Creature That Wasn't Nice. Oh look, it's Leslie Nielsen. I don't know if Naked Space? Why is it called Naked Space or this? Did they try to like tie it to Naked Gun? Is that what they tried to do? The Dead Won't Wear Plaid. Wait. Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. So that's the Steve Martin movie where he sort of Kung Pao's superimposes himself into black and white movies to parody them. So I'm down for that one. Airplane 2. Yeah, what's the Young Doctors in Love? Okay. It just has it has a lot of guest stars from soap operas. Okay, that's gonna be completely meaningless to me then. But we got Airplane, we got Police Squad. Citrus Wolf, hello. So I'm gonna paste without formatting. Alright. I'm not against going back through this list to add more in, but I'm just right now just trying to shortlist. Fience. Hi, I really like your new vid. Thank you, Fience. Citrus Wolf. Whoa, I had no idea you streamed. Citrus Wolf, I've been streaming for months now. Where have you been? That's okay. I do it once a week, so I'm not like going like crazy whole hog here. Are you doing spoofs up to current times? Yes. I am basically doing the entire history of spoofs. That's what I'm scared of. So, King of Comedy, why is that in there? King of Comedy, here. It's an American black comedy drama starring Martin Scorsese, directed by Martin Scorsese, directed by Robert De Niro and Jerry Lewis. Focuses on themes such as celebrity worship and American media. So it's a kind of a parody on media, I guess. That's kind of why that's in there. Pandemonium is an American parody slasher film. It's kind of a parody of, like, slashers before Scream did it. Wacko. Zapped. The Man with Two Brains. I don't know if I want to watch The Man with Two Brains. I don't remember liking that. But Steve Martin, I guess, is like another potential spoofy boy. Mate, it's kind of a parody of B movies, I guess, but like not really. Not really. Meaning of Life. No, I'm not going to include that one. Meaning of Life is a shit film. It has good songs. It has moments, but it's a shit film. Bullshot. No. Agent Triple O and the Deadly Curves. It's a 1983 Finnish spy comedy. As a James Bond impersonator. Okay, no, I'm not going to watch Agent Triple. Is this a porn? And the Deadly Curves. What's deadly about the curves? I don't know what was deadly about the curves. We're gonna have to move on with our lives. Bloodbath at the Death House. Johnny Dangerously. As a parody of gangster movies. So Spinal Tap. And Top Secret. I do want to include Top Secret because it's an Abram Zucker film. I have never seen it, so I'm very curious to see. Oh no, paste without formatting. All right. The Zany Adventures of Robin Hood. Voyage. Oh, hang on. I've been not paying attention to the chat. So, Steve Martin's Acquired Taste. Yeah, I think so. Then, The Man with Two Brains reminds me of what current JoJo from JoJo's is a man with two PPs. Okay, that's probably a thing I don't get. Just hit or miss. Meaning of Life is meh. Finnish parody movies suck. Don't watch them. Oh, okay. Top Secret, very funny. Yep, I will include Top Secret. I've never seen it, so I'm very curious to see it. Citrus Wolf, thank you for the cheers. Here's an apology for missing your streams. Oh, Citrus Wolf, you don't have to do that. Thank you, though. Alright, so, where was I? So, the Voyage of the Rock Aliens. Nah. Night of the Comet. No, I'm good. Hi, I am Phil. Rustler's Rhapsody. It's a parody of many Western conventions, most visibly the singing cowboy. Nah. When Nature Calls. Is that a dog man? Is that a dog man? Is that a dog man? You've got to go. Is that a dog man? Am I looking at a dog man? What? Is that a dog man? Am I looking at a dog man? It's a spoof comedy written and directed by George Kaufman. It was distributed by Lloyd Kaufman. So Trauma. So it's the Trauma movie series. So we got like the Toxic Avenger stuff. It's visual gag, non sequiturs, fake previews for non. Oh fuck! This is ticking boxes for spoof movies. Fuck, guys, no. But it doesn't explain the dog man. The loose plot of the film follows a man who's fed up with the hassles of the city, decides to move his reluctant family to the woods, only to find out they're way over their heads with outdoor living. The video box proudly claims that the film includes the most romantic scene between a woman and a bear. That's a bear? That's a bear? That's a bear! That's a bear. Okay. Oh god, I've zoomed in so much. Fuck. Do I have... Oh! Do I have to watch When Nature Calls? Fuck! No! Oh, a good Clue. I'll grab Clue as well. At least, like, yeah, I could be happy. Cole is lonely. Oh, Cole, welcome to the fold. Sit with us. We'll look after you. Okay. Oh, God. I'll be mad if you don't watch When Nature Calls. Oh, this is torture. Radioactive Dreams. Okay. I haven't heard of that one. Eat and Run. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's an American science fiction horror film. Oh, comedy, science fiction, horror film. Pick a lane, guys. The story of the 400-pound alien who eats Italian. Not the food, the people. I mean, we got that. Fuck. Okay, no. I am Phil. Why are you collecting parody movie titles? Well, I am going to make my next video about spoofs. And so I'm making a short list of movies to watch in research, and it's gonna be hell. I don't know about Eat and Run. Haunted Honeymoon. Gene Wilder again. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of this one. Reformed Schoolgirls, an American prison black comedy. Now, Free Amigos. Now, I love Free Amigos, but I'm not gonna count this. It's kind of a parody about movie making, and it's not really. John Landis, fuck off! Fuck off, John Landis. Okay, Whoops Apocalypse. Oh, yes, I do want to watch Whoops Apocalypse. Yes, I do. Yes, I do want to watch this. This is a British spoof movie. And it's got Lady Di in there. Yeah, I remember seeing Tom and I saw a trailer for this, and we thought this looks genuinely pretty funny. It shares the same name as the TV series, but uses a completely different plot. Okay, so it is kind of a series, but they did something new with it. It doesn't... Yeah, Rick Mail, that's why! It's got Rick Mail in it! So I have to watch this movie now. There we go. This is my video, and I get to call the shots. What we got here? So do not feel obligated to watch. Do not feel obligated to watch When Nature Calls. I think I have to. Then I looked up the trailer When Nature Calls, and they don't show the woman with the bear at all. I'd be very disappointed if I don't see a woman on bear action. John Landis will never leave. I really wish he would. Isn't they guy who plays Ray from Ghostbusters in Nature's Call? Maybe so. The TV show with the gorilla? Which Ghostbusters? Oh, right there. No, you're thinking, yeah, there's Ghostbusters, there's the real Ghostbusters. There are several Ghostbusters. But only one of them is the actual, good one. Friendzo. Parody and primetime soap. Nah. Hollywood Shuffle. Satirical movie about racial stereotypes of African Americans in film and television. Okay. So race is a potential other contenders, like along with sexuality being. So there's basically race, sex, and race, sex. Well, race, gender, and sexuality is what I meant to say. So a lot of like I will get to them in. Oh God, we'll get to them in like the 90s and 2000s. Starts becoming like gay people. That's the punchline. And I'm very apprehensive about going back to those times. Eddie, Ooh! Thank you, Citrus Wolf, for the £1. Eddie, you have to watch Nature Calls when you only have... You have to watch When Nature Calls, and you only have yourself to blame. Well, thank you. Your £1 will be spent on watching When Nature Calls. following on from the Groundhog Day upload yesterday, that was Bill Murray doing the fanfare there, taken from Space Jam. So, Princess Bride. Justine, I don't know if that counts. I don't know if that counts, my dude. Anyway, Hollywood Shuffle. So, Robert Townsend did a lot of the Eddie Murphy stuff, it seems. Yeah, I don't know. I really haven't heard of this movie. So, I don't know. Spaceballs. There's Spaceballs. So, that one. Oh. There. So, I'll put that in. Spaceballs. I'm really scared of the length of this fucking list. Anyway, and we're still in the 80s. Back to the Beach. Wow, I love that poster. Back to the Beach. Wow. Wait. I missed it. Oh, go away. Or no, I mean come back. The opposite will go away. It received a 2 thumbs. Okay, whatever. Amazon Women on the Moon. Like a lot of this stuff just seems to be parodying B movies, and I don't know if that's just being lazy. Starring Bill Cosby. Nah. Princess Bride. Okay. All right. Does the Princess Bride count as a? Does the Princess Bride count as a spoof? I mean, Justine, fight your corner if you're really... It's a parody of romance movies. Is it? Is it, though? But is it, though? Wait, somebody said about John Landis again? Was he the director of one of these movies? I must have missed it. I don't know. Is it? It's a parody of Prince's... It's... I mean, I know it's meant to be essentially a parody, or yeah, I guess a parody of like the fairy tale stuff, like the swashbuckle Zorro character, the just general storybook tropes and stuff, I guess. But like, I don't know if that counts. Look, I tell you what, I'll pencil it in, but I don't know if I'm necessarily going to count it, but I will pencil it in regardless, because I have such a big fucking list of films, and I can't do them all. So Dragnet, okay, Buddy Cop, and Dan Aykroyd, Tom Hanks, based on the radio and crime drama of the same name, so it's a parody of itself. But I have heard of this one. Okay. So it's a parody and homage to the long-running series. Same deal applies to Starsky and Hutch, when the Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, when they made the movie, that was also seen as essentially a parody and homage to the original series it came from. But yeah, man, it's parodying itself, so I don't know if that counts. I mean, if I count this, then I've got to count Starsky and Hutch, I guess, and I don't want to count Starsky and Hutch. So, I don't know. Fuck, I did say I had heard of it at least. So, all right, I tell you, I'll pencil it. It's another pencil. We're doing lots of pencils. We're playing with pencils today, but we're not playing with crayons. Love at Stake. Hello, Queen of Gloom. Love at Stake. American comedy. Nope, nothing about that one. Oh, that's the same movie. I don't know why I highlight. Return of the Killer Tomatoes. I'm only going to watch the one, but I am going to watch The Naked Gun. Files from the Police Squad. Yeah, Naked Gun, baby. Absolutely getting that one in. God, oh man, there's such a... So there's Airplane, and I got to get through all that to get to Naked Gun. Caddyshack 2, no, I'm okay. I think I'm fine with the first one. I'm going to Get You, Sucker. Blaxploitation. Okay. So Blaxploitation is a subgenre of the parody spoof. So could be worth considering, but I feel like there's better examples than I'm going to Get You. So I'll mark that. I'm going to open it up in a tab for me to look at later, but I will. It's kind of funny. Okay, so thank you, Joe. Is Austin Powers on the list? Yes, it will be. Yes. But yeah, I'm sure there are better examples of blaxploitation, so I will consider that. It's an early Waylands. Oh, okay. Is it? Oh, yeah, yeah. The Wayans are like, yeah. There's Damon. Like, yeah, okay. So they're like, they essentially like springboarded themselves from the Scary Movie series, right? So maybe is this kind of where they get their start? Let's check his filmography. So it's gonna get you. Oh, there's Hollywood Shuffle. Different World is the TV show. So Hollywood Shuffle is back here again. Their Scary Movie. As Slave. Okay. Well then. Yeah. No, I'm still not super sold on those. So let's move on. UHF. So Weird Al. I feel like has to be given props based on like not parody of music. Like I guess this counts, right? So that's that. I've never seen it, so a lot of these movies I haven't seen, so that's why I'm fascinated by it. Disorganized Crime, Lobster Man from Mars. So a lot of them are like it's a parody of B movies, and I just feel like that's just lazy. It's just like people are like, yeah, we're just making it intentionally kind of shit. That's the joke. Transylvania Twist. Nah. Meet the Feebles. The fuck is that? The fuck is that? What's that? I don't like Peter Jackson. I don't like that. It's a parody of the Muppets. Like Jim Henson Muppets, the Feebles are animal figure puppets who are members of the stage troupe. However, whereas the Muppets characterize positivity, they preside their negativity and vice. And it's his first film. I don't want that in a perverse comedy. I don't want to see the naked hippo lady. I don't want to see her tibbies. Eddie, are you going to watch these in order, or can we watch Clue soon? I think I need to watch them in order. I think I need to see the evolution of the genre over time. I would be happy if you don't watch it. Maybe so. Maybe so. Okay. All right. Oh, I feel a bit ill after that. Okay, so we're in the 90s now. So, A Man Called Sarge. Nah. The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. Nah. Repossessed. Okay, so an Exorcist parody with Leslie Nielsen. So, it will go in. So I think like Leslie Nielsen just took that brand of being like, yeah, I'm the spoof guy now, and just made every movie a spoof. So I'm not gonna do Killer Tomatoes again, but Mob Boss is a direct-to-video mafia film. Nah. Zapped again. I'm not even gonna watch the first Zap. Freshman. I mean, maybe I'll watch Zap. I mean, I guess the fact that they made a sequel, it's straight to video. So Freshman. It's got Matthew Broderick. Nah. Meet the Feebles trailer. No. Why did I do this? Justine. Why? Justine. Why am I now Googling Meet the Feebles? Why are you doing this?
So, you want to join the Feebles?
Oh, rather. Meet the Feebles.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
The Feebles.
I don't want to.
The movie that began as family entertainment, but went horribly wrong.
Have you
You got any smack?
Smack?
The film the authorities tried to stop.
No, they didn't.
Oh, what beautiful white fur. God, my dear.
Moving along.
No, it's not.
We'll let the court decide that, shall we?
This man went on to make the Lord of the Rings. Orchard Blip, you've chosen a hell of a fucking time to join. Welcome.
Meet the Feebles turns the cabbage patch into the killing fields.
This is a lot.
Light romance.
You realize you're so
Ah, what's that?
safe?
Well, I felt a bit uncomfortable, but I thought it was my hemorrhoids.
I know.
Meet the Feebles is about to be released.
I wish it wouldn't.
Have you ever noticed the beautiful lighting in this toilet?
The world is different now. Okay. All right. We can never go back to a time before that happened. No, Joe, I'm sorry. Joe. God, what was that? That was horrible. That was so bad. I wasn't looking. Could you play it again? Yeah, sure. Let's watch Bustin'. What's Bustin'? Bustin' makes me feel good. Where is Bustin'? It's like we're looking in the 90s right now. Is it in this list? Bustin' isn't in this list on YouTube. Oh, what? Oh, you mean the song? Yeah, I'm not gonna watch the song right now. All right, so fuck, where was I? So the Freshman, If Looks Can Kill, Naked Gun 2.5. Oh, and Hot Shots, of course. Hot Shots is definitely making it in. Did the paste without formatting, so that's in. Oh, God, I feel so sick. I genuinely feel so fucking sick. So Evil Toons is a live action adult animated B movie. Carry On Columbus. That's the Carry On film they made with without most of the cast. So that's like nah. Then we've got CB4. It's Chris Rock. Okay. But nah. Naked Truth. Nope. Hot Shots Part 2. And Men in Tights. Oh fuck no, Men in Tights. That's Mel Brooks again. Damn. Oh damn. Have we really got to kill our darlings here? Because like Men in Tights. Do I want to include Men? Okay, do you know what? I will throw in Men in Tights for now, but I may reconsider it just because I want to be perhaps selective about how many Mel Brooks films we have in here. Fatal Instinct, Carl Reiner. Okay, so Carl Reiner obviously did This Is Spinal Tap. So, Okeon wants me to watch this to cleanse her eyes. Is it Bustin'? Is this YouTube link going to Bustin'? Anyway, thank you for that. Okay. So matinee. Oh, Beakaboom. Hello. Joe Dante. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. There's a lot of parody. A lot what comes out of parody is just like, did Carl Reiner do Dead Man Don't Play? Oh, okay. Oh, Rob Reiner did Spinal Tap. Carl Reiner did Dead Man Don't Play. Okay, all right. I got me Reiners mixed up. I got me Reiners in a bunch. But Matinee. You're not sure about Matinee. Last Action Hero. Now, okay. Last Action Hero. Does it count as a parody spoof? Because it's a meta movie about Schwarzenegger movies, right? It's a movie starring Arnie about Arnie. Matinee has a couple of good spoofs in it, but the movie itself probably shouldn't count. Okay. But does Last Action Hero count? I'm thinking it does. Because it's satirizing the cliches of the action genre. So kinda? I think it's a nice curveball to everything else so far. It's an action parody. I think it counts. It's a parody, but certainly not a spoof. Put it that way. But it may be worth considering. Hello, Drakcaster. Freaked. Alex Winter. But nah. Silence of the Hams. It's an Italian-American satirical comedy. I mean, yeah, but nah. Naked Gun free. I will have all 3 Naked Guns. Spud Hero. Hello. You're my last action Spud Hero. Fear of a Black Hat. It's an American mockumentary on the evolution of American hip-hop. Blank Man. So there's the Wayans. Here's another Wayans. So like Hot Fuzz is a parody but not a spoof. Yes, Hot Fuzz is a parody but probably not a spoof. I think. This is the tricky part. It's like where do I draw the line, right? Because parody it parodies a lot of the cop action stuff, but like in a small town environment instead. Yomlet and Indeedly. Hello. So Blank Man. It's a superhero parody film starring Damon Wayans. Was written by Wayans, and it's a clumsy, nerdy repairman and a Batman fan. Okay. It's one of the worst movies. Okay. Oh, you found the Future Cops on YouTube. Oh, put it onto the Discord. Chuck it into Hive Mind. I'll find it in there. So wait, actually, I do need to put Future. When is Future Cops? Future Cops is 1993. Is Future Cops in here? Actually, we would have gone past it if we had. Yeah. All right. Tell you what, it will be added in right now. So Future Cops, 1993. There we go. Right. So Blank Man. Does this count? Not really. It just seems to be a parody of. I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. I do need to get some black representation though, because like I've got kind of fuck all right now. It's a lot of white boys. So I mean, obviously, yeah, it's scary movies to come up and all, but like, yeah, I'm not sure about Blank Man still though. Dead and loving it. Yeah, it's not a great Leslie Nielsen movie. It depends how completion I want to be about Leslie Nielsen. So I guess I'll chuck that in. There's so many white boys like a YouTuber house. Yeah, right? Am I right? You're right. 60-foot centerfold. Okay. So, no. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. There's the Wayans. Okay, so they're cropping up a lot right now in the 90s. But don't be a menace to South Central whilst drinking your juice in the hood. Or just simply don't be a menace. It's this feature film, director debut. Okay. That's Paris Barclay. Okay. Similar to I'm Gonna Get Ya, the film spoofs a number of African-American come-of-age hood films, such as all these films. In some cases, the actors appear as themselves, kind of thing. Okay. Gosh. Okay, this was a pretty big hit. And long title. Yes, we're going to run into, at some point, we're going to start hitting the films with incredibly long titles. Because that's kind of part of its selling point and how ridiculous it is. So it has the Wayans. Yeah. It's bad again. But I think I have to include this one, right? Because yeah. Okay. What is the longest movie title? Give me a moment. I think I did hear this. Longest movie title. So the longest movie title is Night of the Day of the Dawn of the Sun of the Bride of the Return of the Revenge of the Terror of the Attack of the Evil Mutant Hellbound Flesh-Eating Subhumanoid Zombified Living Dead Part 3. There you go. That's your long movie title. Is it good? Is it a parody? I'll never know. Cannibal the Musical. So this is the Trey Parker and Matt Stone. This is the South Park guys before South Park. But do I want to include it? So if the question about Cannibal the Musical would also lead into questions about Basketball and Team America. Oh, and the South Park movie, I guess. Maybe. And Spy Hard is Leslie Nielsen. What's High School High? John Lovitz. Okay. Nah. I will add these in. Paste without formatting. So Spy Hard as well. Mystery Science Theater the movie. Now, like, I like Mystery Science Theater, but like I don't know if the movie is I don't even know what is it the same shtick? Is it they're still talking at the screen, but just for a movie length? Like, isn't that what they do already? High School High is also Zucker. Oh, okay. It's a spoof of movies concerning idealistic teachers being confronted by a cynical. Right. It's produced and written by Zucker. Okay, well, one of the Zuckers, but by their production company. Okay. All right, from the makers of Make It Gun. So they are banding it about. Fair enough. Good shouts, Crispy Steve. I will throw in High School High, but I don't think Mystery Science Theater is going to make the cut. I keep needing to paste without form. There. Mars Attacks. Now, okay, Mars Attacks. Whew. It's a parody of B movies. Like a lot of these fucking movies are. But does it count? I don't really want to watch Mars Attacks again. I watched it once forever ago, and that was enough. And Pat Proft, who is the fourth sucker. Oh, fair enough. It's based on the cult trading card series with the same name. Oh, I didn't know it was based on cards. It's an ensemble cast. Fuck. I guess. I can't believe this is how I'm spending my break. I know, right? Mars Attacks and Austin Powers. So yes, I will. Fuck. Okay, let's put them both in. Right. Move on. Funny Games. Nope. Jane Austen's Mafia. It's an Abrams. Okay. Abrams movie. Wait, what's happening? Close that. Close that. Okay. So it's got like Lloyd Bridges in one of his final films. So it's Spoof's Godfather. I've never seen it, so this is going to be interesting. Okay. Sure. Why is it Jane Austen's Mafia? And not just Mafia. Okay. Would Scary Movie count as... That's that. Scary Movie, I think it's a full-blown spoof. I think... Oops. I think that would fully count as a spoof. Okay, hang on. What's wrongfully accused? Ah, God damn it. Leslie Nielsen. All right. Yeah. This is him. Based on The Fugitive. Basketball. Now, Basketball... It's not really a parody or a spoof. I mean, it's kind of a spoof of like the sport team rising to, you know, from rags to riches kind of thing, but it's not really. So I'm gonna discount Basketball. Which is a shame because I quite like Basketball. Then Plump Fiction. Nielsen and Brooks really heavily saturated the spoof genre. Yes, I think once their names got attached. What's this? It's a spoof. Yeah. What on earth is all these words? Plump Fiction. Oh, it's in German, I think. It's a parody of Pulp Fiction. Yeah, I mean, they list movies like, you know these things? Do you know these things? They're in the film. Lang Popo, the movie. It stars comedian Jack Neo as himself, who cross-dresses as an old lady. What? Is a Singaporean film. Okay. Is this a what? Is this a Doubtfire? Is this a reference to Mrs. Doubtfire? Is this before Mrs. Doubtfire? I'm not 100% sure what this parodies. Yeah, I don't know. No. I'm just go ahead and say no. So The Spy Who Shagged Me. So I don't know how far I want to go into Austin Powers because I don't know if it necessarily counts as a spoof, but it kind of does. Bowfinger is a movie about making movies, so I'm not really going to count that. I guess Austin Powers 2. I'd rather not have to watch Goldmember. Galaxy Quest. Whew. Okay, so Galaxy Quest isn't Austin Powers like its own series though? Yes. So for me, Austin Powers is like it's a series of movies in its own right, but it does satirize or parody like James Bond and those sort of spy action tropes. So kinda. So Galaxy Quest would be the same sort of thing for Star Trek, right? Could you just do Austin Powers as an entity of spoof rather than each one? I mean, yeah, I could in theory just sort of look at the first one and not count the second one. But I might consider just watching both. But Galaxy Quest, I guess it counts. Because it's paste without formatting. Because yeah, it's parodying, potentially spoofing. I'm gonna have to refine this list, I think, because like I'm not sure all the films I've listed count as spoofs. Are really just broader parodies. So I'm gonna have to. Yeah, so I'm just going to focus on what I'm doing. I'm going to make a short list of stuff that I've at least heard of, and then I'm going to like shorten and take it from there. And then, yes, I will. Any instance where I feel like, yeah, the Zucker brothers or Abrams or Wayans or something like that, then I will sort of include more of their catalogue because it's more representative of the spoof. Underground comedy movie. No, it's considered by some as one of the worst movies of all time. Okie dokie. So, it gets celebrities in various roles. based on concepts Offer had originally performed as public access TV. It has Gina Nolan, G. Lee Nolan, and Marilyn Monroe as supermodels loudly used in the restroom, and a superhero named Dickman who dresses as a penis and deflates enemies by squirting them with semen. Okay. So, and there's a lot of lawsuits involved. Okie dokie. And there was a sequel. It's called Inappropriate Comedy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, God. Does this go in? Because it's not parodying anything. It's not spoofing anything. It's just a bunch of sketches. No. I don't think I have to watch this one. The Woman Chaser. Patrick Warburton. Oh, okay. Peter. South Park movie. So, South Park, the movie. This, I don't think it counts. It's certainly like a parody of the Disney sort of like inappropriate movie comedy with a movie who was a really offensive guy who said that it was good Kobe Bryant died so more people could watch his show. Oh, okay. Maybe it's that guy. I don't know. That's the first I've heard of this. So South Park. So it's essentially a feature-length version of the episode about Terrence and Phillip teaching kids how to swear. But the music is structured around the parodying of Disney movies, right? So Mountain Town is based on like Belle's opening song from Beauty and the Beast. Up There is based on Nostradamus. No, what's his name? Hunchback of Notre Dame. Based on his song Out There. There is the Uncle Fucker, which is a parody of Oklahoma. So they are direct parodies, but the film itself isn't a direct parody. It follows. I think it does subvert some of the Disney tropes stuff, but it is just the movie, right? So I don't think that counts. Drop Dead Gorgeous is a mockumentary about the models. So no, I don't think so. The Scooby-Doo Project. The Scooby-Doo Project is a 1999 live-action animated hybrid satirizing Blair Witch and Scooby-Doo. It aired during Cartoon Network's Scooby-Doo Where Are You marathon, broadcast in small segments. What? The Scooby-Doo Project? These are just within the ad breaks, right? Why is this... Oh, at the end of the marathon, it was received positive, won an Annie Award. But, okay, so it's collectively 17 minutes. What? They made a full parody? Wow, okay, they made a full parody of the Blair Witch Project with Scooby-Doo, with the Scooby-Doo voice actors. And it won. Okay, alright, the Scooby-Doo Project then. Okay. I guess that's in. Because that ticks the boxes. Oh, okay. It's with a heavy heart that I announce we're in the 2000s. Oh, God, I'm going to so hate this. I'm going to so fucking hate this because this is where they happen. This is where they come. This is where we all die. 2001, A Space Travesty. There's Leslie Nielsen. Okay. Oh, what the fuck is that thing in the middle? What's this? Why has it got a hole? Is Shrek a spoof? Now, yeah, so Shrek is a parody of Shrek is a parody of like a lot of Disney tropes, right? But it's like a subversion. So instead of like the ogre would be the monster and the valiant hero go off and say, but instead of a valiant hero going off, it's the monster going off. So it's kind of a subversion of a lot of Disney tropes. I mean, there's like direct Disney parodies. a lot of the woodland creatures are based on their Disney counterparts, like Pinocchio and stuff like that. There's the Magic Mirror, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot that's directly referenced in Disney. Okay. I guess this is potentially how we define it. Parodies, but it isn't a parody. Does that make sense? It's like a film in its own right. It's a comedic film in its own right, but it will parody elements, but in of itself isn't a parody. I think that's what that means. But I don't think, yeah. So, okay, so Scary Movie. 100%. Scary Movie is absolutely in. Charlie's Angels? No! That's not a parody. That's just a comedy version of the Horn. Oh, God, yeah, there it is. Yeah. Okay, so thank you, Citrus Wolf. So, yes. Going to what we were saying earlier, that we're going to potentially have to consider. We're going to have to consider the porn parodies. There's the Super Hornio Brothers, which is a porn parody that Nintendo own. They couldn't stop the parody from happening, so they bought the rights to it instead. So you know what? You are absolutely right, Citrus Wolf. Let's open up the Hornio Brothers. Oh, good God, there they are. All right, so there's the Hornio Brothers. But I believe like it's completely like lost. Like Nintendo bought the rights, stuck it into the vault, and like has never seen the light of day, or has it? I don't know. But King Pooper, fuck. Squeegee Hornio and Bob. Okay, Hornio packed a trunk and said goodbye to the circus. All right. So anyway, Hornio Brothers. Please watch Johnny English, but don't include it. Wait, what? Why would I watch it and not include it? So all right. So Hornio Brothers. So I will. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the Hornio Brothers to where is it? She's in one of her moods again. There she is, Queen Kong. So we're going to attach it there. So we got the two sides of the story there, right? One where the parody was prevented for copyright reasons, and one where they couldn't prevent the parody for copyright reasons. And so there we go. We've got two sides of the coin there. I have a lot of tabs open, so I'm going to have to close them. Okay. So, to Charlie's Angels, absolutely not. Oh, no. Shriek if you know what I did last Halloween. Or shriek if you know what I did last Friday the 13th. Fuck. Came out the same year as Scary Movie. The Bogus Witch Project. So there's a lot of Blair Witch shit. The Tony Blair Witch Project. The Blair Thumb. That's Steve Odekirk, as in Kung Pao. A lot of Blair Witch stuff. It's like the James Bond thing, right? Once they found something, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna all make our own version. Scooby-Doo beat a thumb. So, okay. Where am I? So I need to add Space Travesty and Scary Movie. Oh, and I do need that too. So I'm going to grab that, but I'm not including Charlie's Angels. I disagree with that fully. So Scary Movie 2, not another teen movie. There it is. Okay, this is the beginning of the end. Getting not another teen movie in there. Oh God. You ever get like that sinking feeling where you know you're going to have to watch a really bad fucking movie for a research for a video that no one's going to care about? Fuck! Okay, so Freddy Got Fingered. Now, okay, alright. Freddy Got Fingered. What's happening, Ask Mole? Okay, so Mole, we are looking at parody spoof movies, particularly spoof movies, and making a watch list for me to go through later so I can make a video about spoof movies. Freddy Got Fingered, though. Now, it's not a spoof. It is certainly surreal, but it's not a spoof. I think it's just essentially a series of absurdist sketches. It's screen struggle as a young man to get his television series picked up. But it's not a spoof. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it counts. No. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'll pass on. Freddy Got Fingered. Elvira's Haunted Hills. Oh, okay. Right, okay. I guess her haunted hills are her tibbies. But no, I'm good for that one. Zoolander. Now, okay, alright, okay. This is the Shrek argument again. So does Zoolander come under spoof? Now, it is a story about supermodels. And I think one of them is like mistaken for a spy or something. Becoming pawn plot to assassinate the Prime Minister of Malaysia. It's a satire on the fashion industry. But I don't think it's spoofing. I know it does a lot of absurd beats, but I don't think it's a spoof. I don't think it counts. Okay. All right. So, wait, what? I don't know. It's spoofing male models after September the 11th, and one critic said it was worse than the Twin Towers being attacked. Oh my god. Okay, so that's a review for Zoolander. Het. Sure, it's Het. It probably is. Wet Hot American Summer. I have seen this, I think, and it spoofs sex comedies. Does it? Does it though? I don't think I have seen it, but I don't think it does. Aren't sex comedies spoofs in themselves? It's true. It is true. But I don't think Wet Hot American Summer counts as a spoof. It does literally say spoof. It's got all the key words in here, you know. It's got satirical comedy, spoof. But yeah, okay. Oh god, okay. I guess it counts. Oh no, Master of Disguise. Yeah, that's gonna have to go in because it's a spoof, I think. Undercover Brother. Let's have a look. I'm not gonna count Ali G in the house. Ooh. Undercover Brother. James Bond. It spoofs blaxploitation films. So it's a spoof of a spoof, kind of, right? Wait. Who created the original internet animation characters? Wait, what? Oh, it's based on an animation? It's based on a webtoon? Okay. Well then, I guess Undercover Brother makes it in. But not Ali G in the house. So, alright, we're tacking in all these. Paste without formatting. Actually, I am going to scrutinize Master of Disguise. Steve's Game Dump. Hello. Thank you for the follow. So it's about a guy who's meant to be really good at disguising himself, and it's like this society of disguisers. But it's incredibly bad. Oh, but it was nominated for Nickelodeon's favorite fart in a movie, so you know it's got that going for it. But I don't think this counts as a spoof. It's not spoofing anything. It's just Hmm. It, yeah, it's not really parodying anything. So I don't think I'll include it. I think legitimately, I don't think I need to include it. Even Kung Pao, and I love Kung Pao, but I'm not even 100% sure that ought to be on this list because it's not really. I mean, yes, I guess it is parodying, it is spoofing. Okay, fuck it, yeah. Wow, what a journey I went on there. So yes, I guess it is spoofing. Yes, favorite fart, it's apparently a thing. All right, so what have we got now? So Austin Powers 3. I really think I'm going to stick to just 2 of the Austin Powers films and pass on the third one. But Scary Movie 3 I will include. Johnny English I will include. Down with Love. It's a prestige of the no sex comedies of the 1960s. So not really. It's kind of a nod. It's kind of made in the spirit of another era of films, I guess, but I don't think it really counts as a spoof. It's got Johnny English in there. A Mighty Wind. It's a mockumentary film group. Nah. George of the Jungle 2. Now I don't know why George of the Jungle 2 is in here, but George of the Jungle 1 isn't. Because it's a parody of Tarzan. So why is it number 1 in here? The movie focuses on George trying to save Ape Mountain. Sure, but what is it parody? Why is this one a parody? And not the first one? They wanted to spoof Tarzan harder. So do they spoof Tarzan harder in this? Do they really spoof him hard? Alison, if you're watching, you need to answer the door. There's somebody at the door. I hope you heard that. Let me just quickly message you in case you are not getting that. Oh. Sounds like she got the door. Okay. Hi, Dr. Stop Motion. So, yeah, why is the first one not in here? Actually, let's just take a real quick break. So I just want to check numbers. Oh, okay, we've got a healthy group in here. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I was paying no attention to numbers. We've got like 30 odd people in here. Thank you for watching me look at spoof movies for 2 hours. 2 hours. God fucking damn. All right. Back to work then. Anyway, so George of the Jungle. I don't know. I mean, if I'm going to include one, it would be the first one. And it's based on the cartoon show, which itself is a parody. Yeah, I don't know. Please watch Future Cops on stream. I want to watch the reactions. I'll consider it. And all these movies sound great to watch with Rick. I don't know if I want to subject Rick to all this. The first one is good. Just include the first one because it's better. It is better. But I don't know if it counts as a spoof, but I guess it does. You know what? I think it does. I think George of the Jungle does count as a spoof because it's a parody of Tarzan. So let's just grab this. I don't know. I still don't know why the second one was included, but the first one wasn't. Actually, when was it? 1997. So we got to backtrack. 1997. Jump that in there. Okay. So, what's up next? Lost Skeleton of Cadavra. A parody of B movies. You know, there it is again. Shaun of the Dead. All right. Okay. God. Okay. Shaun of the Dead. It's a parody of the zombie genre, for sure. But does it count as a spoof? Not really. I mean, kind of. Good night, guys. Good night, Thomas fan. Kind of. Yeah, this one's hard. This one's tricky. I don't know. It's really its own thing, all things considered. It's true, but it isn't really a spoof. Do you know what I think I will include? I think it counts. I'm gonna need to really like double check. I'll put it into the list. I'll put it into the list, but I'm gonna need to like really hard review this list because aside from it being like monstrously long, I need to like really knuckle down on whether or not stuff counts. So Freak Out, nah. Starsky and Hutch, nah. I've already decided not to include that one. Churchill, The Hollywood Years. Oh no. Oh, I've seen this one and it's not good. So it's a British-made. It's like an Americanization, like an intentionally Americanization of World War II, the World War II story. You could always ask Edgar Wright on Twitter if he considers it a spoof. No, it's okay. I think the window cleaner's here. Oh, thank you, Alison. I don't think I need to bother Edgar Wright with questions like this. So, it's a satirization on Hollywood's take of the Enigma machine. It's an exaggeration. It's like a heightened exaggeration. It's not really a spoof. I remember they tried to build up to this massive explosion, but the explosion is dinky. But they tried to hammer it up with like slow-mo and like multiple angles and stuff. So yeah, I don't think this one counts. It's essentially like a parody take of what Hollywood, like as if Hollywood would make a movie about Winston Churchill, but like cast it all American kind of thing. I don't think it counts as a spoof though. Kung Fu Hustle. So, So, what is Kung Fu Hustle even a parody of? I've never seen this one. I've seen Shaolin Soccer, but I've never seen Kung Fu Hustle. And it's meant to be really, really good. It tells the story of a murderous neighborhood gang. But like, what is it parody? What is it even a parody of? Like just like gang? Is it like a gangster movie? Don't think it's a spoof. No, I don't think it is. Yeah, I think it's just like it's essentially a gangster movie, right? But yeah. So Shrek 2, no. Club Dread, a comedy slasher, nah. Team America. Okay. I think this is a spoof. I think this is a spoof. Yeah. It's a heightened parody of like American post 9/11 culture. Like kind of like Iraq War, weapons of mass destruction kind of thing. And even as puppets, they they still have to deal with like action sequences, but like in puppet form and stuff. Yeah, this counts. I think Team America counts. So we got the producers again. So I guess if I'm going to have one, I should have the other. So I'll put both in, and then it's more of a question of whether I keep both. My big fat independent movie. So it's spoofing independent movies. Okay, here we go. So it's okay. So this one has to go in. Hoodwinked. It's kind of a parody take of the Red Riding Hood story. Does it count? I kind of really just wrote this one off, but if it's a parody of fairy tale, I mean, what makes this a parody of fairy tales and Shrek not? I guess because Shrek's more like an original story that just happens to have parodies, whereas this one seems to be an out-and-out parody. God damn. I think I just talked myself into it. So Hoodwinked is in, I guess. And Date Movie's in. Absolutely. Scary Movie 4. I'm going to have to watch every Scary Movie, I think. Another Gay Movie. Okay, well let's grab that bunch. Who Wins is a spoof where Shrek is its own story. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the case. All right. So let's see if we can finish. If I can finish my shortlist, then like at least I've made a start here. So another gay movie. It follows four gay friends, Andy, Gerard, Nico, and Griff, who vow upon graduating high school they will lose all their anal virginity before their friend's Labor Day. It takes content from American Pie, and there was a sequel. So it's a gay American Pie? Is that what this is? Okay. Is it a gay parody of American Pie? Is this what we're looking at here? It takes content from American Pie. Oh man, I think this one counts. Yeah. I think this counts. What's Eight Fingers of Death? It's a parody kung fu film made. Okay. It's even better than 17 Fingers of Death. But it doesn't say a lot about this film. It just says it's a parody kung fu film. It looks like it's a spoof because he's wearing bunny slippers. Let's check the IMDb. There's very little information on this film. It's a mockumentary. And I don't think we're counting mockumentaries. It's almost like a spoof movie, but mockumentaries seem to be a spoof movie they are afraid to commit. The buzz in Hollywood is that Christy Artsy is now following, but also that 18 Figures of Death will kick the butt out of the low-budget martial arts genre and knock us down to the ground laughing. This funny sockumentart of the world of chop soccery, kung fu-y, ninja poo-poo, karate kidding, crouching tiger stuff takes you on the journey of making martial arts movies at its lowest. The best kept secret in Hollywood is Buford Lee. Nobody knows who he is. Through interviews and personal footage. Okay, so it's a movie about this little known martial arts guy and like interviews and behind the scenes stuff about it. So it's kind of a parody of kung fu movies, but in the dressing of a mockumentary. This movie was so horrible I could barely watch it at all. I do not recommend this movie at all. The plot was horrible. The acting was bad. I really think they could put much more time and effort into the movie. Yeah, so it doesn't sound good. And you know that's not surprising. But I don't think this counts since it's a mockumentary instead of a spoof. It seems to be. Yeah, I don't think it counts. Borat now. Borat no. Borat's not a spoof. It's a mockumentary, but not a spoof. Barnyard. Oh, these guys. All right. Is it? It's not a spoof, is it? What's it spoofing? It's a spin-off. But it's not a spoof, is it? I'm not even sure it's a parody. Like, what's it even a parody of? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna include that one. I think Bikini Bloodbath parodies horror slasher movies of the 80s. This would probably count then. Two members of the boys' football team crash the party, but problems begin when the manacled Chef Def, Chef Def, uh, serial killer, interrupts the proceedings and slays the partygoers. Okay. Is it a it says it parodies, but like, what is it? Again, very little said about the film. This one might count though. Bikini Bloodbath. Where's the IMDb for it? Let's see if we can get more information on it. So, so it's holiday splatter comedy, stabbing a woman slasher. On their last day of school, 7 gorgeous girls have a slumber party to celebrate their going away to college. Across town, a maniacal chef goes on a killing spree. Can their gym coach come to the rescue of the bikini-clad group? No, but when Chef Def shows up at the party, hilarity ensues and the bloodbath begins. It's only an hour long. It's not even a full-length movie, but like, yeah, I'm thinking it looks like it counts. But it's very little. Oh my god, there's more. Bikini Bloodbath Car Wash, Bikini Bloodbath Christmas, Bikini Girls on Ice, Strip Club Massacre, Bikini Bloodbath Shakespeare. Ah, it's a bit classy now. Bit classy. And Model Hunger. Okay. Right. Bikini Bloodbath is in then, I guess. Man of the Year. It's a political satire movie with Robin Williams. Oh no, we've got Epic Movie looking at us from down there. I don't think this one counts. It's a satire, loosely based on the real life persona of Jon Stewart. With, yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is a parody. It's certainly not a spoof. Yeah, I don't think this one counts. But Bikini Bloodbath does. Oops. Oh man, wow, I really messed that one up. Okay, so it's in here, please. So, Epic Movie. There it is. There's the beginning of the end. Farce of the Penguins. It's a parody nature documentary. Parody March of the Penguins. Fuck. Okay. Wait. Okay. Farce of the Penguins. It's got they're all voiced, and it's a group of penguins. It's not an animated feature. It uses real stock footage of penguins. So it's like they take penguins and then they just dub the penguins, right? That's just what this is. It's narrated by Samuel L. Jackson. So it's probably a spoof. Maybe. Oh, I don't want to watch the Fast the Penguins. Okay. Funny Games. It's a psychological thriller. What the fuck are you doing here? What are you doing? It's a psychological thriller. It's a reflection of criticism of violence used in media? What the fuck is this doing in parody? What has this got to do with parody? Let me just search for keywords. Comedy. Female comedy roles are hard to find. Spoof. Parody. No. There's like no mention. There's one mention of comedy, but like this, I don't think this belongs in here. I don't think this one belongs in here. This. Family are captured and tortured, giving them a day to survive. No, I'm not. Wow, what a palate cleanser. Okay, so no, why is Funny Games in here? Somebody has done us a fucky. Okay, so epic movie and farce of the penguins. God, I'm gonna so hate this. I'm gonna so hate this. Hot Fuzz. Okay, Hot Fuzz. Now, again, I think like Shrek, this is a movie in its own right that parodies but isn't in of itself a parody. So I don't think that counts. Whereas I think Shaun of the Dead maybe does. I think that leans more heavily on the on the more parodic nature and stuff. Eddie's gonna have an angry talk with Mr. Wikipedia. Oh, you just wait. They're real in for it. Now the comebacks. Parody of sport cliches. It's also known as sports movie. Okay. So they try to tack it onto the scary movie kind of bit, right? But does it's a satirical comedy, it's a parody of the cliches and plots of sport films. So kind of. In fact, look, it says in here, producers of The Wedding Crashers spoof the greatest sports movie ever. So it does loudly and proudly proclaim, and it's directed by Tom Brady, right? So he's the fuck off fast the Penguins. He's the sports guy, right? No, he's a writer director. I know there is a Tom Brady who is like a actual football player, right? I think. So Comebacks is in. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox Story. Yep, that's all. That will be in. Naked Brothers Band. What on earth is this? What on earth? So it's children's musical comedy film. Stars her sons. Okay. Who portray members of a fictional rock group and tells their struggles with fame. It's a mockumentary, a parody of the documentary format. No, I don't think this one counts. I think in a lot of cases, just by being a mockumentary, it's thrown into the same thing as spoof, and I don't think it's certainly parody. I mean, and it certainly doesn't count as a spoof. So all right, so let's. Oh wait, I don't want the Naked Brothers Band. That's not a good name for a children's band. All right. Oh, close that off. All right. Good Lord, this is so many movies. And we're not even in the 2010s yet. Enchanted. Now, okay. Enchanted. I feel like all these movies are barely touching the line. They are. That's why I'm going to comb through them again and be a lot more like specific and critical. But Enchanted. Now, it does very specifically parody Disney tropes. Disney princessy tropes. So, and it's Disney parody in itself. So, as Xavier Sweet points out, so I think it counts. I think it maybe counts. Ooh. Anonymous cheerer. Thank you for your cheer anonymously. Yeah, I think Enchanted would count. Because it directly spoofs Disney itself, right? So I think it's not really a parody. I think it is a parody. I'll look at it closer. So Kill Bill, it parodies Kill Bill. It's set in Finland. It's a Norwegian. Oh, wrong one. It's a Norwegian movie. It portrays protagonist Jompa Tormund's hunt for Tampa and Papa Bullshow. It satirizes stereotypes about Norway's Sami population. It satirizes stereotypes of the indigenous people of Norway. Okay. According to the newspaper, they watched the trailer and was quite happy about it and looking forward to seeing the film. Okay. Oh, Tarantino was interested. Okay. It's a parody of Kill Bill. okay, so it's a parody of Kill Bill, but is it a spoof? Okay, all right. I will add it in because it does seem to tick the boxes. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I see what's next. So I will. I'll add it in, but I'll consider it strongly. So okay, Meet the Spartans. Yep. I'm afraid that's in. And so is Superhero Movie, and there's Leslie Nielsen again. And Onion Movie is a film written by the Onion writers. Is that spoof? I will have a look, but yeah, let's first of all get these in because good God. All right, so Onion Movie. Hang on, let's close that. Ooh, close that. Barnyard, close that. Farce, Comebacks, Naked Brothers, Bonjour, Onion Movie. I should probably close these ones too. Mr. Jesparza, thank you for the follow. Onion Movie. So it's a fictitious Onion TV news anchorman who's forced to face the inevitability of a corporate takeover. The plot is a springboard for various comedy sketches featuring the satirical humor. Includes parodies. I guess it seems to be a spoof. I think so. I think that counts. I am not going to include another gay sequel, Gays Gone Wild. They have been quite wild enough, I think, for now. So hello, Benny Eagle. So An American Carol. It's a satirical comedy directed by the Zuckers. Okay, all right. So that's probably already in. Ensemble cast. So it's presented from a conservative-leaning perspective. It's a parody of the liberal. It's presented from a conservative perspective, a parody of the liberal filmmaker Michael Moore. Again, Alison, if you're watching, the doorbell's ringing. As well as it satirizes American framework of Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol, but from the setting of. Okay. Does this count? I think it does. I need to go. I gotta go. LA Western says, but good luck with these. Thank you. Owning the Libs, the movie. I think so. Or is it just meant to be like a parody subversion, like it's trying to conservatize, if that's a word, Michael Moore, basically. I think that's what this is doing. Then there's Disaster Movie. Extreme Movie? What's Extreme Movie? Also, formerly Parental Guidance Suggested, known as Hot Dogs and Donuts, an Extreme Movie. It's a satirical film composed of sketches on teen sex. It is. Oh wow! Okay, this is quite a prestigious list of names here. Look at this. You've got Lord and Miller, Andy Samberg. So you got the Lonely Island guys. Will Forte. Oh, okay. I guess so. I guess this would count. Alright, so let's grab those. Paste without formatting, and it goes. Alright, now. Tropic Thunder. Now. This is a parody of actors, I guess, because you've got different types of movie actors together. But I feel like whilst the characters are parodies, the film isn't a parody. Oh, do you guys not know about blackface Robbie Downey Jr.? Yeah, he got Oscar nominated for this. It walks the line. I think the film is fun. I do like the film a lot. The blackface thing, Justine has to go. Thank you. Yeah, have fun. Go go have fun with work. So it is. Is it a parody of Apocalypse Now? No, it's not. I mean, they're making a movie, but they think they're still making it. It's kind of like the same vein as like the Three Amigos, where they think they're making a movie, but it turns out to be actually happening. So it's kind of like a meta. It's a movie about a movie. It's like that. It's done that meta movie thing. But like the blackface thing is like lampshaded throughout the film. Of like there is an actual black actor with them who's constantly calling him out because he like continues to be in character regardless. But yeah, it's I don't think Tropic Thunder counts. The World is Hot Enough is an animated comedy film based on Chili Beach. It's a parody of the James Bond film World Is Not Enough. Okay. So, it's a parody of James Bond. Dale wonders why no one ever visits Chili Beach and realizes it's due to the cold climate. Thus, he invents a superheater to warm the beach up. When the US learns about it, they steal it and accidentally destroy the planet. yeah, that scans. Frank and Dale must travel back through time to undo the damage. In addition to the James Bond-like opening credits, the movie contains references to Back to the Future and Terminator. I guess? Chili Beach, The World Is Hot Enough. I guess this is a parody? Oh, I guess it could be a spoof since it's involved in several films. I think I might need to look at that one a little bit closer. So we got that one in. Arog. A prehistoric film. It's a Turkish science fiction comedy film about a used carpet salesman who's sent back in time by an old interplanetary adversary for revenge. Probably parody, but that doesn't sound like a spoof to me. Black Dynamite. All right. Now, starring Michael Jai White, Umeku. Hello. There go Star Wars games are spoofs of Star Wars. It's true. Yeah, the games do kind of count. Could have been a better critique, so it's half cringy. It could have been a better critique, so it's half cringy. This is centers on Black Dynamite, who must avenge his brother's death whilst cleaning the streets of a new drug. The film is a parody and homage to the blaxploitation genre and its era. Is this a spoof? He picked up on the funny inconsistencies of the films. Incorporated scenes with old voiceovers. I guess. It seems to be quite. Yeah, Astrius. I figured you'd like. So okay, Astrius. Straight up, would you consider this film to be a spoof? I'll start. I'll throw it in. Oh, I see. Yeah, if it was a better critique, it would have been less bad about Tropic Thunder. Yeah. Black Dynamite. So okay. Bruno Dance Flick. Yeah, that's a spoof. Yeah, there it is. All right. OSS Lost in Rio is a French spy film, comedy film. Okay. Okay. I think what I'm starting to learn here, I don't know why I'm only just starting to learn, is that I might start needing to be selective. I don't think I can watch every single spoof movie. So I might start being like quite selective. You know, just I don't want to necessarily throw in a spoof movie just because it is. Maybe I might need to be a little bit restrictive just to like, I guess, just like live at the end of the day. But yeah, I don't think I'll include this one. Transylmania. It's a sequel to the National Lampoon's Dorm Days. Okay, and National Lampoon has not cropped up at all in this list. So maybe that's quitters talk. So okay, what's Transylmania? It's a sequel to National Lampoon's Dorm Days. Yeah, National Lampoon has not cropped up once in this list. So student holds a 0% approval rating. What is it? Is it a spoof? I don't think it is. I think it's a comedy horror of just a vampire in a dorm. Loaded Weapon. Oh, was that National Lampoon? I did skip that. Wow, I skipped one. I'm sorry. Where was it? Here. You what? You're right. That's National Lampoon's. And that is a spoof. God damn, I completely overlooked that one. Sorry about that. Yeah. And it's National Lampoon. All right. All right. Thank you for highlighting that, Crispy Steve. So that's 1993. So let's head in here. Paste. All right. Back to where we were. So, Transylmania. I think we're disregarding Transylmania. I think that's just essentially a horny vampire movie. Stan Helsing. Sometimes released a scary movie. 5. Fuck. Okay, yeah, that's in. You don't even have to look anymore. That's in. Spanish movie is a Spanish parody film conceived as a Spanish version of the spoof films that were appearing at the time. So it's a spoof of spoofs? No. No. I don't want it. And it has a cameo by Leslie Nielsen in it. Okay, so it's a Spanish... It's a Spanish spoof. Oh, okay, so it's not a spoof of spoof. It is a spoof. It's just a Spanish spoof. It's a spoof movie made in Spain. This one's gonna be hard. Unless there's a dub or a sub of it. And it's Leslie Nielsen's last film. That doesn't surprise me. I don't think he was very well. He did a webtoon. He did like a Newgrounds webtoon, actually, I think. That was his last performance, which was like a short to push a Kickstarter, I believe. But he died before the Kickstarter took off, I think. So, Dark and Stormy Night is an independent film spoofing haunted house and horror films. All right. So this is a spoof. It's an independent film, which doesn't bode well. But okay. I guess Dark and Stormy Night would make it in. And Aliens Trespass. I feel like any movie poster that has a character going like is automatically a spoof, regardless. Is a sci-fi comedy based on B movies, but is it a spoof? Please watch Future Cops on stream. I want to see your dread on your face. Maybe. I think I answered you already on this, but maybe. Which movie are you looking forward to? And which one are you dreading? I am dreading like the fucking Meet the Spartans superhero movie, disaster movie, epic movie, all this. That's the shit I'm dreading. But like I am looking forward to some of these earlier like comedy films that I just never saw. like The Great Dictator, like Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid, like I think I had other examples. I just don't remember them now. But like, yeah, there's definitely a bunch that I'm looking forward to seeing. The late 2000s were really the absolute trenches of spoof films. Yes, they were. And that is where I am in. So, Alien Trespass. It's a lost masterpiece, unseen for 50 years. It came from another galaxy, creepy core, nightmare of horror. Is it a spoof? Pointed out when the Monsters in the B movies terrorized small town, the production was the reasons. N.R. Tomp, thank you for the follow. The production reasons were behind the trope. Production costs for hiring extras and travel expenses were lower, almost a guarantee. Relatively close to Hollywood. Ebert found Gotcha to be similar to Bob from Alien vs. Monsters, which is not a good comparison because that's not a good film. I'm still trying to get my head around what it is. It just seems to be a comedy, but is it a spoof? I don't know about this one. Hi, Headache. I like those movies you don't like. Well, I like parodies. Oh, well, that's okay. You don't have to watch the trailer. We've learned a hard lesson in our top about watching some of these trailers. That's okay. I don't like a film, but that's not me. You know, you don't have to adhere to that. Like, you like the film, That's okay. I'm not. You know, differences of opinion and stuff like that. I don't like Monsters vs. Aliens. If you do, that's great. Like, great. Good. Like, you don't have to. That's part of the reason why I never make a movie. I've never made an headache video that's like negative. I try to avoid those, and you know, this one is going to be tough. But like, or at least if I'm going to criticize, I try to back myself up. I think fairly, but I don't make videos about like this movie sucks and this is why. Because I just find that shit. I'd rather be positive. So I will never make a video about Monsters vs. Aliens because I don't like the film. So I'm not gonna make a video about it, you know, just to hate. If anything, that's just low hanging fruit. Honestly, you know, that's like the whole cinema sins ding thing of just like, here's reasons why this movie's bad, and it will completely warp your judgment of it, you know. So I won't do that. I will certainly just express I don't like that film, but like that doesn't stop you liking the film, you know. God, where am I? So, do we watch a trailer? Do we risk it? Do we risk it all and watch the trailer for Alien Trespass? All right. Brace yourselves, everyone.
Writing's not that easy.
It's not that easy.
Grammarly can help.
Grammarly can help. Spell checker. Just your basic spell checker. Here we go. All right. Let me tweak it. It seems to be going... It's setting itself up to be legit, but I think this is probably where they're going to subvert it.
What on earth was that?
The Harvey police.
There's something terribly wrong.
Did you see that thing?
A monster with a giant eyeball. Look, we're kind of busy here.
It tried to kill us.
Right.
I'm waiting for the comedy twist. We're a minute into this trailer, but I've not seen a comedy twist to it yet. Nobody know. Why, is it about to get bad? Is it about to get About to get bad?
Something crashed into the butte last night. What if it's a secret commie rocket?
What's the twist? There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing to that. That was just essentially a B movie, right? That was nothing. That was no spoof to that. If anything, that was like, oh, it's just like a B movie, but goddamn, we've had enough of fucking those. So no, Aliens Trespass does not make the cut. Moving on. We're in the 2010s now. And there's a lot of movies in the 2010s. Oh boy. Okay, alright, so Phasmin Padam is an Indian Tamil language parody film. Yeah, I'm gonna start I think speeding up a bit and just kind of really picking out the undeniable spoofs. So we've got MacGruber. That counts. Vampires Suck. I don't think Kick-Ass counts. Because whilst it's a subversion of the superhero genre, it's not itself a parody. Same with Four Lions. It's like a satirical view of wannabe terrorists, right? The 41-year-old virgin who knocked up Sarah Marshall and felt super bad about it. Here I go. Here I go, everyone. Okay. Shrek Forever After, no. Johnny English Reborn. I'm going to just stick to the one Johnny English, I think. I don't think I need to see several Johnny Englishes. I feel like once you've seen one, you've seen them all. Then I guess I might see how I feel after the first Johnny English, whether it merits seeing more, but I don't think it's necessary. Hoodwink to Breaking Wind. Yep, there it is. All right. Okay, Breaking Wind. Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So, 21 Trump Street, no. The Dictator. So, this is the Sacha Baron Cohen version of The Dictator. No, I don't think this needs to be included. Hotel Transylvania, no. There was a second Hoodwinked, yes. I did overlook it. Again, I'm going to stick to just looking at the first one. Alright. Movie 43. So, this, I don't think counts as a spoof. It depends what version you see. In the US, it is designed to be like a movie guy trying to pitch different movies, and each movie idea is played out like a sketch. In the UK, it's instead played out like there's some kids who are looking up this banned movie called Movie 43, and they are finding these clips on YouTube which play out as the sketches do. But the film is bad. The film's really bad. It has an incredible cast, but it's a really, really, really shit film. And I had already seen this in the list. I'm like, oh no, I don't have to watch this film, do I? And no, I do not. It's not a spoof. It's not spoofing anything. It's just a series of bad ideas for films, basically. I, Steve. It's a parody of Apple. It's their first full-length film. It claims to be the biopic of Steve Jobs. Okay. So it's a parody of Steve Jobs. It's a parody biopic. Okay. So I, Steve is in then. The Starving Games. Yep. A Haunted House. Yep. Scary Movie 5. Yep. 30 Nights of Paranormal Activity with the Devil Inside the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Yep, that's in. In-app appropriate comedy. So we got that come up again. So let's just copy that bunch. Paste that in. Okay, now, Eddie, stop subjecting yourself to these abominations. I will not. I am doing this. I am doing this for science. Alright, so it's a partial remake of the first film, the one that was really fucking shit, but apparently he just couldn't let it go. Why is Adrian Brody in this movie? You have better things to do. So the framing device has Vince offer pressing buttons on his tablet, which opens up offensive apps. And then you've got these apps, which it does appear to be spoofing stuff. I guess. It's a psychology and Flirty Harry and a jackass. That's something I'm gonna have to like really like despair with. It's just the fact that like there's gonna be attempts to spoof comedy, and it's like it's already a comedy. There's nothing to subvert. It's already a subversion. Okay, so there's Jackass. The Porno Review, which is like a film series review. There's a scene from the 7-Year Itch. The Amazing Racist. Oh my god. Oh. I think this counts. I think this counts. It's been 3 hours. I've been 3 hours looking at spoof movies. I know. I think this counts. I think this counts. I think this counts. I'm gonna have to include it. I think it counts. Hello, Super Eater. Thank you for the Clarity with Chance Meatballs 2. Why 2, not 1? I don't know. Number 2, they're like traveling through the jungle. So I guess there's the occasional like Predator or, you know, action movie style beats, but not really. No, that's not a spoof at all. This is the end. So yeah, a comedy about the Hollywood actors literally at the end times. Not a spoof. So no, I won't count that. World's End, no. Kick-Ass 2, no. Haunted House 2, yes. Yep, that is a spoof. So that goes in the list. 22 Jump Street. The Hungover Games, yep. Yep. They came together. It's a comedy film. It's a parody of romantic comedies. Infused with the absurd approach. So if the fact that it's absurd means it's probably a spoof. It's got Paul Rudd in it, so you know that's at least bearable, and Amy Polo as well. Yeah, I'm happy to watch a film with them two in it, even if it's bad. I don't know if it's bad. It could be good. It seems fine. Yeah, seems all right. Okay, so it was released theatrically. Yeah, so it's with an absurd approach. The fact that it says parody and absurd says to me that that's a spoof. So I think they came together counts. Kingsman, no, that one is definitely not a spoof. So let's paint those in. Actually, I'm going to close some of these tabs. I've got too many tabs open again. So the interview. This one. Okay. Hello, Pinchy 960. 690. The interview. So no, not a spoof. But it did almost end Sony Pictures. It almost started a war. It caused the massive Sony leak. You remember that one that like had a bunch of like private emails, private conversations, film documents released in the public, which caused several films to be cancelled. One of which included Popeye. A lot happened. This film happened a lot, and a lot happened because of it. But it is not a spoof. But one I would be curious to see. A Million Ways to Die in the West. Yes, I think this is a spoof. It is Seth MacFarlane. Yeah, I think this is a spoof. It's kind of a spoof of the Western genre, I think. Yeah, I know at one point it has a completely meaningless Christopher Lloyd Back to the Future cameo. I think it counts. Double Barrel is a reggae single. Oh, it's a song. By Desmond Decker's. It's a ska hit. Okay, there's just a reggae song in here in the list of parody movies. Okay. Go God, Not a Million Ways to Die. Yeah, it's in. All right, we're halfway through the 2010, so it's a Malay chick. You know what? I shan't disrespect the film by attempting to say its name in my white man tongue. A Malayan spoof film. It's been an achievement of being the first ever Malayan parody film. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, let's have a look. And mixed to positive reviews. Okay, so it's what is it? What is it parody? What is it spoof? Is it a spoof of Indian movies or something? I'm seeing Indian down here. Oh, India Times of India. Okay, no, I'm wrong. But is it a parody of Malayan movies? So it's something about hoping to get their story made into a film, makes a few changes, and I assume that's where it starts going crazy. Okay, but no. I mean, yes, it is a spoof, but I think I'm going to limit myself to English-speaking spoofs because I'm not sure what that's necessarily going to tell me. Super fast. Oh, no. Yeah, that's a spoof. Yeah. The Walking Deceased. Yep. Toucan. It's a parody film. I mean, oh God, The Ridiculous Six. Okay, all right, no, so that one doesn't count. That's just a western. That's a comedy western. So okay, so those three do. Toucan. Transylvania 2, no. Deadpool, no. 50 Shades of Black. Oh, okay, so it's a Whalers film. Yeah, it's a. I mean, yeah. Donald Trump's The Art of the Deal, the movie. No, don't. Do not make me watch this film. Do not make me watch this film. It's a parody. It's a parody film by Funny or Die. It was released 9 months before he was elected. Loosely based on his autobiography. No, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. Does it count? Oh no. Johnny Depp? Johnny Depp plays Donald Trump? Okay. You will believe that Johnny Depp is Donald Trump. Okay. It counts. It counts. It counts. I think it counts. All right. So, now, Meet the Blacks. Ooh. So, all right. First of all, I'm going to have to copy these films in. Paste without formatting. All right. So, where's Meet the Blacks? So, it's a comedy film. It's a parody of The Purge. Oh, okay. It's a parody of The Purge. It's a spoof. Okay. Popstar never stopping. That's a kind of a mockumentary. Sour cream. Sour cream is real. Hello. Does anyone want to tell me what we're doing? So, what we are doing is we are we are looking at spoof movies. We are trying to shortlist this list of parody movies into ones that I would specifically call spoof, which are like more of the crazier, absurder movies, not just a comedy film that so happens to parody. So where were we? So Never Stop, Never Stopping. It's a spoof of Justin Bieber and like that kind of. We do have a lot of the Mel Brooks in here in this list already. We're working through chronologically, so we're in the 2010s. We've gone through a lot. And I mean, this would follow the same vein as like Spinal Tap. So it's like it's parodying a band, but it's not. I don't know. Is it a spoof? Does it count as a spoof? I think it does. I think this is I think this is a spoof. Yeah. Okay. I think this counts. As well as Meet the Blacks. Sausage Party. Now. We're gonna. Yeah, so what we've been doing so far. Beep-a-doop bop. Is trying to draw the line on whether something counts as a spoof or not. So this film. Yes, so it proclaims itself to be a parody of Disney and Pixar films. But it's like, is it just a film in its own right that so happens to parody stuff? Or is it just from the get-go a parody? I think it's not. I think this isn't a spoof. I think, like if it was because they're food. This is essentially just like, horny food, right? So it's not like they're taking like a literal like here's a character that's supposed to be like Mickey Mouse or Woody from Toy Story or something like that. Yeah, this is like original characters that are just done in that style. So I don't think it counts as a spoof. I don't think it counts. I don't think Sausage Party counts. Lego Batman. It certainly very much spoofs or very much parodies Batman, but does it count as a spoof? It's a great film. I mean, it's a good film, but like I don't know. Is it a spoof? I think it is. I think it has enough absurdism in there for it to count as a spoof. It's the same sort of energy the Lego movie has, except it's drawing itself specifically on Batman and its history and stuff. So yes, it is a spoof. I will count that as a spoof. Did I have everything in there? Oh, I missed stuff. I need to include Meet the Blacks and Popstar. So let's pop that in. Okay. All right. We're nearly done. We're so nearly done. So Kingsman 2, no. Hotel Transylvania 3, no. Deadpool 2, no. Fastbin Pandem 2, no. Johnny English, no. We're going to stick to the one. Avengers of Justice Fast Wars. But there's no page. So I'm going to have to Google it. No, I don't want to print it. Well, I'm going to print one movie, please. Search Google. Oh, no. What? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't like this. Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like a spoof. The Avengers of Justice have to come out of retirement to stop Dark Jokester and Lisp Luthor from freezing the planet. Well then. For Backer. Clown Trooper. It's just a forced Star Wars superhero mesh. It counts. It counts. It counts. Okay, Holmes and Watson is a comedic parody of Sherlock Holmes. I think that counts as a spoof. Notzilla. It's a monster comedy parody of kaiju films. Is it? Yeah. Why is Knives Out here? and Jojo Rabbit. I don't. Those aren't spoofs. Those aren't parodies. That's Future Cops. Notzilla. Notzilla had a world premiere. It won decent awards, but like, it's a parody of kaiju films. I guess it counts, but like, I don't know how I'm gonna see it. Eddie, watch the trailer. Watch the trailer. I'm begging you, watch the trailer. You want me to watch the trailer for Avengers of Justice? Okay. Fine. You asked for this.
Writing's not that
Writing
easy.
is not that easy. I don't want to do it. Here we go. Okay. Alright, so we're doing The Incredibles.
I have no job, no money, and my powers are evaporating. I just killed Tony Stark, so now the kids don't want me around anymore. Oh!
Not good.
Hey, get away from my car! Move!
Hey, loser!
Could this day get any worse?
Dark jokester. Once this doomsday device is complete, we'll have the whole world bending at the kneecap.
Bruce, what are we supposed to do?
I will take care of this.
I'm going after this clown. Who's coming with me?
That's right. It's me, Beaverine.
Oh, good!
Namaste.
Why is the makeup so shit?
The Force.
I'm not really feeling much farce right now.
Whoa!
This is so ridiculous.
Super what?
Hilarious.
It's time to stop your grinning and drop your linen.
Superbat and his supersonic idiotic double-decker ding-dongs just took out the perimeter forces.
Now, Superbat, you may die. Laughing.
It's me, Beaverine. Hey! You know what? Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I can't wait to see you.
Okay, whatever, really, wasn't it? Okay, it was whatever, and it was boring as well. It wasn't even like shocking. Like, whoa, this is so bad. You know, the fucking, what's it called? The fucking furry things. What were they called? I've forgotten them already. I've repressed the memories. The Feebles. The Feebles got bigger reaction out of me than that did. Okay, so where are we up to in this? Lego Batman. So that's up there. So we're going to throw in Watson. What? Holmes and Watson and Notzilla. Although Notzilla is a big old maybe. Between Two Ferns. No, it's just a fictional interview show type thingy. Jay and Silent Bob reboot. No. It's I mean, if anything, it's a parody of himself. It's Silent Bob parodying. It's Kevin Smith parodying his own movies by kind of bundling them all into one universe film. Like, nah. So nah. Eurovision Song Contest. This, I believe, is a spoof. It's a Will Ferrell film. It's like a fictional Eurovision group, right? I think that's a spoof. Yeah, so people are saying it's a spoof. And then Borat 2 and the Cyanide and Happiness movie, which is news to me. So that's where we're at. This is our list. Okay. So there's a couple of Will Ferrells in there as well, which is good because I think Will Ferrell ought to be represented as well, I think, in the spoof genre. But I'm going to have to go through this list and I think narrow this down way more. Because, I mean, God, how many movies is this? I dread to think, but this is like, I imagine maybe like having to watch 30 to 50 movies, but this is way more than that. And while some of them are shorts, some of them are like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, some are just an hour long and stuff like that, I cannot physically watch all these movies. So, and I'm going to have to like probably try to start today if I can. But yeah. So, my journey begins. This is the road we've made. And it is filled with many, many trepidous and perilous paths. But we will venture through nonetheless to find out what happened to the spoof movie. Oh boy. And I want to add more spoof movies, I think, to this, because there's like obviously there's a bunch that's not on that list. There's a lot that's been released on Amazon Prime, which is pretty much where they've gone now. But I need to like pick them out from that list, I think. Willy's Wonderworld. I'm not sure what's Willy's Wonderworld. Oh, that's the Nicolas Cage one, right? Where he's beating up and animatronics. Are you planning to keep us up to date on your marathon progress through General Suffered through Twitter? Probably. I would like to, where I can, arrange watch-alongs. So that will probably be... So Twitch supports Amazon Prime watch-alongs. Outside of that, I know there is like some functionality. I mean, we could potentially just like all agree to press play at the same time for a Netflix or a Disney Plus film or something, but I think we'll probably stick to the Prime ones, which, you know, there's a lot that's on Prime. But other than that, I'll probably just have to watch these in private and just like, yeah, I'll probably keep people posted on Twitter or stuff. Spoofs on Disney Plus. Yes, so there's a couple of Disneys. There's Enchanted, at least. There's probably a few Fox movies. There's this whole Star thing coming to Disney Plus, which is like essentially the adult Disney movies, like the adult Fox and like Family Guy and Buffy and stuff like that. So they're separated to a Disney channel. So they could be in there. Some of the Fox movies could be in there. So I will find out. Prime is a goldmine for parody movies and general crap. Cuphead fan says, yes, it is. When I did the content about parody movies, I found them there. They were all in there. Because I think there's no cost of entry to put something on Amazon Prime. Like I think I could put Really Big Cat on Amazon Prime if I wanted to. So which would be really funny, but I won't. Unless that's maybe where this video ends up. You know, I'm like, after my journey of spoof movies, I've decided to save them myself and put Really Big Cat on Amazon Prime. All right, so let's come back to me over here, guys. Thank you for sticking around. Gosh, this has been a long one, nearly 3.5 hours, and I have not peed. Yeah, we're done. We are done. Okay, so we have shortened our list to a many. It's not even a short list, but I'm going to go through it again, refine it, comb it down, and maybe I'll release the list. Maybe I'll release the list on Twitter and just be like, here's the list of movies I'm definitely going to be watching. But yeah. So wow, this has been a lot. This is a major. I'm glad the work's done, because now the work is done, I can now get to work. That doesn't make sense. Now that I have done the the short list, I can now shorten the short list, and then I can start watching these movies. So, oh boy. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And it's been a happy bunch of you as well. It seems to be constantly floating around 30 of you, so that's brilliant. So lovely. Thank you so much. So now, raidy time. Oh, we got some bits. Try to survive the 2000s movies. Thank you, Master Nub. I will try my best. It's gonna be... That's the bit I'm dreading the most. Everything else is probably gonna be fine. Maybe dated, but fine. But like once I hit that era, I'm like, it's gonna be hell. So, okay. We have our good friend, Mr. Weeble. He is currently arting right now. So I guess we'll go raid him, eh? So, if you would like a nice palate cleanser from the chaos of these goddamn parody movies, and we haven't really truly started watching the parody movies yet, then you can palate cleanse yourself with whatever batshit crazy thing Mr. Weeble is currently working on, animation or art-wise. So, I'm going to set up a raid. So, Goblin Army. He looks like he's doing a Minecraft animation right now. I think this is for Jack's Films. So, if you want to watch him do that and say hello from me, you can do so now. So, we're going to start the raid. So, Goblin Army, raise your torches and pitchforks, which may also be on fire because, you know, we're terrible people. But away you go. Is anyone going? I think people are going. Anyway, if you're going, off you go. And if you are still here, or you're just watching this on a VOD, thank you very much. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm just waiting for it. Did it go? It's gone. It's gone. Good. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone, and good night.